术再好，一枪放倒，手抽筋了，眼睛酸了。
来龙石不费手不费眼，轻松博弈更解压，1亿玩家的头脑按摩。
原来睡可以不用这么辛苦啊！
我们分开吧，我需要更多空间。
你又怎么了？
我在你身边都快要窒息了。
你冷静一点好不好？
你就想要控制我，我感觉你用一条链子束缚我。
这是给你加攻击加防御的。
我不听，我不听啊！我要自由。再次灿烂。
射手，你没事吧？哎呀！
Double kill。队友靠不住，又被吃分掉的牢住了。来炉石相信卡组羁绊，做自己的王牌，1亿玩家的头脑按摩。
累了，玩玩炉石。
双刃酒馆战旗，玩吗？
怎么才来？
对不起，我睡太死了。
好，人都到齐了，准备攻城。
打游戏像打工，玩游戏也要定闹钟。
来炉石告别打工式游戏，随时开打，随时放下，1亿玩家的头脑按摩。
喂，是用手机随时随地玩炉石，我是随地用手机打炉石。喂，怎么出牌？
清晨叫醒你的是肩上的责任，白天迎接你的是无尽的挑战，黄昏守候你的是孤独和坚韧。
今天也辛苦啦，奖励自己一局炉石传说吧！哇哦！工作消息已静音，5分钟炉石，快乐即刻充值，1亿玩家的头脑按摩。
哎呀，要有野性狼魂呢。
啊？不是，我是说我们团队要有野性，也要有狼性。
哦，这学妹演的啥呀？好像没我演的专业，表情也不到位，动作又慢。哎，回头我教她吧。
导演，你觉得安德罗尼的演技怎么样？
我觉得演的就像这个一样，木头。
老师，刚刚导演评价完您的演技了，你要不要看一下？
木头。
有没有看那个大光头？哦，不好意思，看错人了。
准备开始采访了，画面 OK 吗
OK 的。
你在拍哪儿？
领导要求我抓住您的亮点。易导，您能跟我们分享一下您和炉石的故事吗？
当然，我是一个非常资深的炉石玩家。
你会有这个中年危机吗？你会用护肤品养护你的老脸吗？
哎，你们这是什么采访啊？你们这是啊？
兔年老师你好。
Hello。
你今天想问一些什么问题呢？
你采访哎？
兔年老师有没有想抛弃自己的 coser 形象，有一些另外的形象被观众所记住呢？
电竞女高手炉石传说黄金赛，有空我就一定会去参加的。我是想向大家证明自己。学妹，这个赛季的版本答案到底是什么呀？
两位老师在这次炉石广告当中饰演了老板和员工，有什么感想呢？
我是一个专业的演员，我可以胜任一切的角色，你觉得呢？
你演的员工确实挺不错的。
我是员工，他是老板。
但是我觉得他一点不像个老板呀。
你觉得我像什么？
老师，麦克风。
这兔鸟吗？和上次见的不太一样。
印象这么深刻，等我带你去合照好吧？啊！
你们对这次拍 TVC 有没有什么感想？
演技大爆发了，有那种感觉。
我要自由！
哎呀！
那你直播这么多年，血压最高的瞬间是不是跟蛋蛋双排的时候啊？
不是。
那是什么时候呢？
你现在采访我的时候。
一导，你这东西怎么不是披在前面呢？这不是个围兜吗？
因为我年纪大了，已经兜不住。
你演这个将军角色还挺帅的，
是吧？为什么你这样认为呢？
因为感觉你不用护肤品，这脸显得真沧桑。
这是化的妆。保安呢？保安。
一导，你在片场为什么要看这个电视机啊？
这叫监视器。
你想监视谁呀？你不觉得这样有损公民的隐私权吗？
保安呢？
有什么事企鹅做不出来的？倒立。
大家好，我是演员邱栋杰，今天是扮企鹅演戏。
全球变暖对你有什么影响吗？
不，我只是演企鹅，但我不是企鹅。
那你晚上住冰洞里会不会冷？那你作为演员不去体验真实的生活，你怎么当好一个演员啊？那请问你对《炉石传说》里的企鹅同类有什么想说的吗？
好，把那个桌子呀。
一导，又到口播环节了，可以为我们《炉石传说》口播一段吗？
对。炉石传说呢是一款轻松益智、休闲又充满乐趣的游戏，令人爱不释手。来，把那个桌子。
一导，不是说爱不释手吗？
真的。
一导，你手机没开。
保安，
谢谢导演给了我这么好的角色。
快填，不用管我，快填。
老师，您再玩一会儿，我们偷拍您呢。
哦，让我拍一下花絮。
没事。这局打的要输了，不要拍这个，不要拍这个。
今天拍完，我悟到一个人生智理，那就是玩炉石传说是真的养人。你看，玩了炉石的一岛，从中年的沧桑变回了肤白貌美；玩了炉石的战士，延年益寿，从古代回到了现代；玩了炉石的企鹅，开发了大脑，从动物学会了说人类语言。
一定要远离那些非正常人类。
玩了炉石的安德罗尼如愿当上了员工，而玩了炉石的学妹，
我觉得学妹当然可以往演员路上可以去发展，
也开始瞩目演艺圈。阿凯则如愿 cos 了兔娘，还有玩了炉石的散黄和树奈奈，成功治好了低血压。美好的炉石传说，你是人类文明的宝藏。
来，镜头推上去，镜头推上去，我看他干什么？怎么在打游戏呢？把它给我开了。
导演，你不就是在监视人吗？你还在打游戏？
保安呢？
我让你别这么做吧，被打了吧？
每一只企鹅成长的一生，都是从胎教开始的。他们勤学苦记各种公式和原理，只是为了出人头地，能有一天踏上社会的棋盘，下一局人生的大棋。但最后却发现，自己连棋子都不是。
被公式闹麻了，又被发牌员支配。
来酒馆战棋，用理解战胜公式，1亿玩家的头脑按摩。
这局我觉得你能赢。
Hello, hello. Alright, let me mute this. I don't know. It's probably a little weird to have like the Chinese sounds. Ooh. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Skywars, thank you for the prime. Hello, hello. We are going to cast the NA versus China tournament. Unfortunately, I wasn't home in time today to cast the live, so I am going to catch up on the VOD. All of you that are here for basically you haven't seen the tournament yet or would like to watch it again with my casting, that's great. If not, I understand it. Tomorrow I'll be on the live. Ooh. Tournament casting stream, yeah. This is the one where, let's see, in this group there's Chief, Dog, Waterloo. For those of you who don't know Waterloo, I think he's won 2 separate lobby legends, so just absolute killer. Just so good. Yeah, I will be getting up early to cast it tomorrow, but okay. Anyways, let's get right in. Tournament Battlegrounds. Yes. Coming down with a cold. I'm very likely going to be quite sick, yes. I have not slept much. I've been on planes and stuff for like 40 hours this week, so it's been rough, but been worth. Anyways, I guess we can catch up slightly and then we'll get started. Octopus, thank you so much for the prime. Was this countdown? We can fast forward. This is recorded. This was played earlier today. Tomorrow I'll be casting the live, which is really an advantage because there is a lot of downtime in the tournament, right? So we can just go straight into the action. All right. Yeah, so I am tired, guys. I'm just letting you know. I've just come off a flight where I slept 2 hours. It was like 22 hours of travel time, so yeah. But I really want to do this. So they'll probably be coughing. My voice will not be great, but that's all right. You're not getting up at 6 a.m. on the weekend to watch Battlegrounds? That's kind of weak. I don't know. What? I get it. Where have you been? So I can't say too much about it. But let's just say that there is a very cool video coming soon. But there's still NDA stuff, so I can't really discuss the contents, but this was all to make a really, really cool video. So it's a very cool video coming. We get some sleep. You got some sleep during the travel? No, I just said I didn't get much sleep. His jet lag's also just rough. Anyways, blah de da de da de da. Now we have a little bit of context. You know, I think I've done like the last 4 days have been like 2 hours sleep, 6 hours, 6 hour, 2 hour. So it's been like, yeah, I felt like really lightheaded and stuff as well. Lost a lot of fluids and all that, but that is better. So that's not really a thing. All right. Okay, I am just gonna start casting, but chat, you guys can talk amongst yourself, but I'm not gonna be answering all the questions, right? Otherwise, we're never gonna get started. Sounds like your work sleeping schedule. Dude, that is awful. Like, you should not be getting 2 hours regularly. Okay, so we are in buddy meta. All right. Chief with the full reroll. We're playing, oh, is that second nature? Is that second hero power? Or which one is that? Or is that the second buddy? Yeah, I don't recognize that. No, the second buddy is blue, right? This is a second hero power, but I think that thing was banned for so long. That's very interesting. Okay. Let's just see. It's a third buddy. Oh, okay. See, that's how often I get that. Like, that must have not been available for a long time. Alright, we have Tess in a lobby with Zarek. That's already pretty insane. Tathlon as well. We have a freeze here, which probably means he wants to stay on tier 1 and use all this economy that he's got available here. But it's a bit of a weird one, because you kind of want to play Buskard now and then a 5 gold next turn for the spell, but the 2-1 makes a spell 1 gold. So you could also just, yeah, you could start with that one. And the next turn you could cast the spell on the Buskard. It actually is very clean. I like that. Chief holding. That makes sense as well. Voon was not expecting a win there. Alright. Sire. Don't think I saw Sire's quest. Okay, we have the switching hero power one. And we need to attack 12 times, I think. That's fair. They just added that quest back. Okie dokie. Yeah, he's considering staying with the busker to next turn, level by. Just to get some more attacks in. But you'd have to start with busker here, though. Yeah, you'd have to play busker first. Okay, he's not going to freeze the pair. He plays the guy because then he can put banana on it. Makes sense. Keep getting the tie with his money start. It's an Ellie Pirate Murloc lobby. Oh, wow. That's a lot of money, chat. That's a big one. I'm pretty sure we're buying the damage coin here, right? It's kind of awkward otherwise. Yep. Yeah, double buy is fair. Baller and the elemental. I feel like it's always baller though, right? I don't think we're really thinking about much there. Considering playing the minion, I don't think it matters. Dog's playing Curator and has a lot of money here. He played... Wait, what did Dog do? I'm gonna pause that for a second. He spent 2 gold, but nothing is gone from the shop. Oh, he bought the money and rolled. Okay, understandable. He bought the money and rolled. So he didn't want to go 3-on-3 because then he has to sell a 2/5 or his Curator minion. Holy money. Wait, is that a tier 3 Voon buddy that he was able to get? That's insane. Oh, it's still tier 2? Wait, was that... What happened here? Is this buddy buffed again? Is it tier 2 again? Or is this a different patch that they're playing on? Because you are not supposed to be able to copy the Voon buddy anymore. It's supposed to be a tier 3, right? Or was that just changed? I feel like I'm behind here, chat. Either way, that's an insane start for Voon. Being able to copy the buddy is crazy strong. Now, anything he buys next turn, he can triple. Millhouse going for a really early body. That makes sense. Tarek is just a good hero to pick. It was tier 2, tier 3, tier 2. Okay, they buffed it back to tier 2 last week. I'm so small. Yeah, that's because they're gonna do all kinds of mixed POVs, and it's kind of awkward if I'm big, then I'm gonna block stuff. So I'm making a lot smaller on this for the tournament casting. So I think it's Voon right now that we're gonna be on the lookout for. But Waterloo is Tess stealing some stuff, and obviously Jeeve being Jeeve, right? That's the cool thing about these tournaments. They're all so strong. Wait, is Jeeve 4-on-4? Classic Jeeve. Tournament Giga Chat, bro. First game of this insane tournament, he's 4-on-4. And he's kind of getting away with it, right? Because he got Vine Climber here. But that is pretty silly. Now, we're not going to stay and watch. Okay. That makes sense. He was like, Chief, you're taking too long, bro. The scope is strong, but so is Azerite. Armor's kind of funny, too. I think you just... Yeah, it's not armor. It's too early. Alright. Yeah, lots of economy for the Millhouse with the buddy being cheaper. Yeah. See, it is the cool thing here. I guess you just beacon, right? Yeah. If you hit an Ellie here, it's so good. He could hold Drakaseth and play it next turn for Vine. Unless there's like a specific... Okay, he's just gonna play it. Oh no, he's gonna grab the Ellie now. Oh, that's huge. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna triple sell. That makes sense. Alright, we're gonna go for a modest Elemental triple, but because the extra Elemental in the shop, it's actually 2 triples. So Voon can grab 2 5-drops here, and then use his hero power to triple again. Very curious that Voon went back to 2. But I guess I understand the design philosophy. It's just... It might be too strong, but if you make it really weak, it's unfun. And maybe Voon at tier 3 was just unfun. So you'd rather just have more strong heroes. No, this is not Jeep. Jeep would have loved that genie. So we see a pretty late Tathalon buddy here. I don't think we hate going in on that that time spell. He's taking it now, right? Yeah, he's not holding. It's always a bit weird when you have full gold and then you have to sell like you're gonna float a gold. Hey Celeste Long, good morning. I mean, yeah, you don't really want to be seeing these. He's got his hero power triggering now, so he could just get double beacon. He would have loved to have seen Bran here, right? That would have been amazing. Is it supposed to be 0 sound? Yes, yes. This is the Chinese stream, right? So I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna hear the casters. Yeah. I can't have the sound. Lime going in with the juggler. So he's kind of healthy, but he's not really cooking yet, right? That's like if you compare that to what we're seeing Voon do or what we're seeing Jeeves set up, it's that's a tougher one. Alright, he's gonna trade 1 minion here for his buddy or the Whelp. Yeah. I don't think I love going for Whelp here. I don't like the spot for Lime. Like, just not sexy enough, really. Where can we watch this? Right here, baby. This is on Hoya. It's like the Chinese equivalent of Twitch. But they were kind enough to have a Twitch feed for us as well. But if you want to watch the official casting, it's in Chinese. I would say that last time with the EU versus... oh, he's not going to get his quest. He's not going to attack. Last time with the EU versus China, my stream was somewhat English official stream, where it's not official at all, but that's the goal that I had, to just provide that for the English-speaking community. But again, today is a little bit weird, because I wasn't able to catch the live. But tomorrow I'll be on the live. I'll be casting it with XQN. So tomorrow it's a little bit more like last time. Waterloo took the Zarek buddy, that's really nice. Tessa's just such a good buddy. Oh, we can't see the discovery. A bit annoying. I guess we just have to see it pop out. Only XQN? No, someone else, but I think Lakshia is... I actually have never spoken to him, but XQN suggested that he came along, so... Oh, nice, nice, nice. So, Voon is going to miss a lot of scaling this turn to make a Golden Master straight away. That does make sense. And then next turn he can Golden Buddy and trigger again. Will this be uploaded as a video? It will be a VOD on YouTube and Twitch. And probably a video, yes. This is at 5 AM EU time, CET. So tomorrow, be at 5 AM. Yeah, Sliders dropping that high YouTube during the game was amazing. Alright, so we are taking some damage here. But it is for a good cause. Alright. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, he gets an extra buddy here because he had copied his Voon buddy. So that's why he has 4 right now instead of just the normal 3. Caligos buffs the elemental dragon, so it's an easy way to get some value. Okay, pretty easy Rogers over mycologist for him. That's cool to see. Ooh, we buy that first? Really? Are we not playing Rogers? Oh, okay. Wow. That makes me feel a little weird about this. Oh, right. He can buddy again. Right. All right. It won't triple. It's just golden. Yeah, he has to sell it. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm stupid. He's going to copy Rogers. Of course he's going to copy Rogers. Yeah, my brain is lagging, Chad. Please forgive. Okay, he's just going to play as many as he can here. Just to get some master procs. Yeah. And then he can even steal and drop whatever he steals. Perfect. Let's see who he's fighting here. Yeah, the Roger is now going to... So this is actually a really cool play by the Voon. The Voon is going tempo with the Master, and then he's just gonna have infinite money Rogers. In a game like this versus such strong opponents, that's pretty silly to be able to go like such high APM. Or so greedy, I guess. Going a bunch of Rogers. Alright, so Dog is below damage cap here. Dog is definitely just trying to tag along as long as possible. He's not really trying to win the game anymore. Just some stuff happened and now he's in this spot. Here we go. Golden Rogers. He's trying to figure out whether he has to copy it again, right? With both buddies. He's like, nah. Oh, wow. Getting the sandstone triple. This is... Ooh. Oh, we're going with that? Okay. So he values the... Oh, wow. He's not valuing the spell power at all here. It's because he's got Rogers, right? So if we make our bounties have higher spell power, that's a very normal way of playing Rogers. But it seems like he wants the dragon to play spells instead. And he took the other Murloc instead of the one that gives you spell power. Huh. And those were like very fast decisions as well. Jeeve has 2 golden lavas. Oh my god, Jeeve. Bro, what is he cooking here? Another one! Wait, you don't want that on the board, right? You do? Wait, is that... Wait, why? Why not sell first? Did he not have hand space? Okay, whatever. I actually don't even want to overanalyze this. I think you could have like had 2 first, right? But maybe he feels like he has no time. Maybe he's just like... It's not you know... Essentially, I don't want to bother with it. But that is such a crazy setup, bro. You know, an Ascendant wouldn't be horrible with this. The Golden Vine makes the Avalanche really, really nice. Then you can have Murkai, because Murkai triggers non-Murlocs again. We're selling something for Murkai, or we're just not caring? Yeah, we're selling something for Murkai. Okay. Ooh. A lot of Master procs gone by cutting Smuggler. Yeah, but he's not really playing Master anymore, right? He has a better comp. He has Pirates. So, like, you don't have to focus solely on Master, because you just get poison scammed, right? Yeah. You can see here, Dog coming in with the scam. It looks like he's got a win or a tie, right? Yeah. Voon being on 14 here, double Golden Rogers. I think we're out of our Voon buddy now, yeah. So he's just going to... he's going to keep the Master and the Sandstone and just play a bunch of cards with the Dragon. So he's taking that Dragon instead of Fellfire. Oh, that's a lot of spells. Evoker buffs itself now, right? That's not bad. There's a Mutinous available should he want to, but... Yeah, I gotta swap that. So he's thinking about what he's buffing with the purple bounty. That's why you see him shifting back and forth. And buffing the Divine Shield Dragon is not bad because it'll buff your Master too, but the Divine Shield Dragon's already pretty big. Oh, Tathalan is making more buddies here. That's cool. You can use lava to make more buddies. Yeah. That's a lot of Urzel too. Buying the cheap spell to set his hero power up. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But then Murkai changed back. Yeah, Murkai got nerfed to only one side, but it now triggers any battle cry again. So Murkai's had a lot of iterations already. Okay, Waterloo not doing bad, but we've definitely seen other boards go way crazier. This is like very modest Murloc comp. Also don't really have time here, unfortunately. Another base kill, maybe. Yeah, that master is chunky. I wonder where he's going to take this. The Rogers plus master comp. Obviously, he's got a lot of money. He can play a lot of cards. But not valuing the spell power seemed so odd to me. Wisdom Ball. Oh, we have some shot buffing going on, but we're so vulnerable in the Murloc lobby. There is some... is he gonna kidnap something? Yeah, you can kidnap a demon here. From your own board to make a board space. Excuse me. Kinda like that. Assuming you don't want to cut anything. Wait, what? Why did we not buy the reroll then? Man, this is like a tricky spot to navigate because he's on 2. He can't take a loss, so he can't really get weaker, but then he has this Urzel and he really wants to play this Urzel, so... Alright, what did we just cut? Felbat. Okay, yeah, Felbat's a fair cut. Felbat doesn't do that much. Okay, he's actually committing here. Okay. There's no more Lord of Ruins. Right. Oh my god. Dude, the Wisdom Ball is proccing so much. He has to play the demons though. That's the issue. Alright. Chief is going hard on the Avalanche. What unit is Chief gonna end on? Because he does have 2 golden lavas. The answer is more lava, of course. Okay, he's just squeezing the vine value here. Okay. What did we sell at the end there? Oh, he had a Nomi. Okay. Sell Nomi for Venom. That's so clean. Classic Jeef. Having to do like 500 things and still ending on a really good combat board. Yeah, there's 600 damage on that Urzel, but... Chief's allies are pretty big. Is this still just... Yeah, this depends on combat, yeah. Oh, he lost. Wait, he's alive though, he's alive. Feels like Lime got a decent fight there. Tathalan going for baller here. But that might be a little bit too slow here. Why are all the Chinese players at the top? I don't have to pay too much attention to the health in the game. Like, it's relevant, but it's like overvalued, I would say. Like when people are complaining that they have to fight the #1 in the lobby. Oftentimes the #1 in the lobby is strong, yeah, but it's usually not the strongest guy. The strongest guy is the guy that took 10 and greeted really hard and is now popping off. Not always, right? Sometimes you just have a very good start and you can greed and be strong. But quite often you just have like someone who's way stronger because they took a moment to go really greedy. So you don't have to pay that much attention to the life totals, like in terms of their ranking. What matters is 15 or not, right? Once you go below 15, that's like a huge thing. So you can argue the two guys that still have their damage cap are Chinese. Yeah, they're very strong. Like they crushed the last tournament, Europe versus China. So this is like a bit of a Nala comp on the side, yeah. You see these compositions a lot more in tournaments where you wouldn't really see this on ladder from these guys because it's not really that high cap, but it's fast, right? Nala is fast. Gonna freeze this, right? There's so much good stuff here. I was just gonna buy that and keep the mycologists, okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're playing, I guess they're playing on the NA server? Like that was rough to get all that APM in. Alright, Millhouse against Lime. And then we have APM Voon against Ballers, but Ballers are just not big enough, fast enough, right? Oh, it's a setup for Charming. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I have seen this where people go for Evoker into Charming. This is a rerun? I was not here for the live today. Yeah. So please no spoilers, and if you're just interested in the live, I'll be there tomorrow for the live. They're playing on EU servers. Oh, to keep it like fair, so they both get wrecked. That's fair. Yeah. That makes sense. I see all of them like a little slower, so like Waterloo, not Waterloo. The Millhouse had a bunch of like mycologists still in his hand that he couldn't get rid of. A lot of love for lava here. A lot of lava enjoyers. Oh, we're pivoting. Okay, cool. Found a Drakari. One more. So he bought the time management, and now he's hoping to find Azurites because he has another mycologist as backup. But this is definitely a little YOLO. I can see him buying one of these spells. He's just running out of money otherwise. Yeah, I think I would buy the Battlecry one when we are rolling this hard, because it feels like we're not going to be able to buy another spell. It's really rolling it down. Alright, this is the... Because he can get so wrecked here, right? Yeah, this is actually really scary. Because he can go all for next turn. Yeah. So we even just ate the master. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought it was gonna be hard to have enough board space for that. Yeah, Millhouse is just, we talked about it, right? Just a little too fair. It's just fast tempo, good value. Get your golden Nala, get some buffs in. Yeah, the Nobundo pivot was very, very optimistic. That makes sense. Ooh, Chief with his avalanches takes 5th. Oh. So Waterloo with his honest Murlocs, high enough health to survive. And now they're becoming not so honest Murlocs with more base skill. Hot drinks with honey. I hate it when people recommend that. I don't want honey. Doesn't that will not make it better for me. Oh man. What's the format? I think it's 5 games on day 1, 5 games on day 2, but 2 different groups. And then the top 4 of each group plays check formats on Sunday. I believe that's what we were doing last time. Got a Belgian cold. No, I'm just severely underslept and tired from travel. I'm likely getting sick because of that. My body's not able to recover. Yeah, there's a Leroy there, so the on 14 HP in the top 4, and it's just make as good a board as you can. That's what these guys are very good at. Like they will make a board that's just like there's no fat on this board anymore, right? Like it's just the Golden Rogers that he's gonna try to replace with Leroy. Yeah, Millhouse also going more scam. There's really not a lot of scam protection on Tathalon's board. Depends on what's in the space, right? Ooh, that's not good. But the unit is huge, yeah. Man, Millhouse getting top 2 here? That's so well done. Millhouse just going in transition from a large board to ones that take 2-3 turns to build is not the correct way to play. I would be very hesitant to assume that you know better than any of these players. Like, that's like... These are like actually the best players in the world. So, the obvious thing there is that he did it because he's dead if he doesn't, right? He's probably already dead, right? He's just like, oh, let me just assume that I live here, and then I'll figure it out. But he was in a bad, like we can rewatch the Nobundo's position, right? The Nobundo's position was just not good. Like he's not really gonna make it. So I don't even hate him going full YOLO to just assume that he gets there. But even if you fully get there, you still need these base skills, right? But we did say at the beginning that Voon was the person to look out for with that early buddy copy. And Voon is in the finals. He's making a board, excuse me, that's really hard to outstat. But unfortunately for him, Millhouse is not really trying to outstat. He does have one like huge Divine Shield stealth unit. Okay, yeah, he's got another golden face. This is so dirty, bro. Oh, and then he can hold that. Oh. Gonna run the blaster? He cooking a bit too hard? No, he's not gonna run the blaster. Let's say that looks a little weird. Alright, so we have a base skill that's being pulled. Where you can invite the results right here in 4 more games, baby. I don't think you can go over VODs. I think that's the likely way to find it. Again, this is not a Blizzard production. This is purely just the Chinese community setting this up and inviting first the European and now the NA players to join them. So it's actually really cool that they've done that. Bro, this is... Okay, he gets his Venom back. No, he doesn't. Oh my god, bro. This Millhouse played so well. Or I think you guys remembered what I said, like, oh, he just has like the Nala, it's not that good. He doesn't, you know, he wouldn't really want this on ladder. But to still just survive with that tempo and then consolidate all the stats on the monstrosity. Because that's why he's strong. He's strong because he has the perfect scam, but he also has a huge Divine Shield stealth. It's huge. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get through to you then, Brimstone. That's totally fine, bro. Do you? It's more the point that, yeah, okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. Alright. This is the first game? This is indeed the first game. So now he knows that there is Taunted Leroy, but you can see that there is an adaptation by Millhouse here with Taunted Leroy. He's also added the Taunted Venom Murloc. So now, if he wants to put Charming second, it's still going to run into a Venom or a Leroy. So the best Voon can hope for then is that the Leroy dies and then Nadina reshields. Oh, he made the Nadina big enough, that's cool. He's not gonna bother running Poet, right? Feels like Poet is like too much. Yeah. Okay, run your own Leroy. Well, we don't have any Murlocs in the hand with a golden base skill. That is a problem. That's a huge problem. The high elo meta of just playing 4 scams is so insane to you. Why? Oh, here's that Golden Blaster. Oh no. Golden Blaster doing Golden Blaster things. Oh wait, he's getting delayed though. Yeah, it's not actually getting damage value. But still has the Venoms there. Yeah, this is where you normally would just get there. Yeah, it's gonna be a tie again. Oh no, he Charmwinged. Right. That's just gonna survive because it loses the Venom. They're gonna be a YouTube recap. It's gonna be a live stream, but maybe there's gonna be a video. Can't really make a promise yet. So the issue for Millhouse is once Charming has attacked, his stealth minion is not so strong anymore. Because a stealth unit is strong because it has enough damage to kill things. But if Charming connects and buffs the dragon, that's no longer true. So it actually needs Venom. But the issue, I would say the issue for Voon is that Millhouse is just so far ahead in the base skill war. Which is funny because Voon did have a bunch of money from Rogers earlier. So potentially he was just under too much pressure to start gathering base skill. Or he wasn't able to, like, I think Millhouse had Bran. And Bran Mycologist is still like a crazy amount of money compared to just, it's funny that I say this, just double Golden Rogers. But we didn't have Privateer for a long time too. So I would say that's a little the issue here, that the Voon wasn't able to get enough stuff to complement the base skills. And once someone is ahead in the base skill war, that's really tough to deal with. Okay, another blaster. I think there'll be a video. Yeah, last time we didn't do a video, but it was 3 full days, right? Yeah. Ooh. The shield is going into the Leroy. That's huge for the Charming. There's no more Venom here, right? I think he's dead, yeah. Oh wait, there is maybe a Venom there. Is that Venom? I mean, it doesn't matter. Nope. Alright, so in the end, stats still just too much to deal with. Even though the Millhouse, but I mean, it's super respectable for Millhouse, right? We have to keep in mind, Voon was the guy that on turn 3 copied his buddy, and he was the player to beat. And Millhouse played a really solid game, just going in on Golden Nala, stabilizing, and then pushing in the base skill. It's just, yeah, so huge. Yeah, this is actually a really common thing, Apostle, that happens, where it's the fear of looking bad, right? And I had the same thing when I was playing Arena, where sometimes you're just dead and you need to take a really long shot, and you look like a fool very often because the long shot is like, oh, people say that would have never worked. But not taking the long shot means you lose regardless, but yeah. But it's a tough like mental thing to grasp, because it's like, but it's so bad so often, how can it be good? Right? If something is so bad so often, how can it be good? It's like, well, the alternative is worse. So, all right. Yeah. So for those of you who missed the last one, let me actually run ads now so we don't get any during the game. But if you missed the EU versus China, China brought some really cool strats and some insane tempo. So they were very comfortable staying on tier 4. So I would say that that is a huge strength that China brings, is that they're able to advance their board methodically and safe. And I think that, you know, especially because I play ladder and I play for entertainment, I do that to some extent, but nowhere near as good as these guys, because it's much more fun to just kind of, basically how you can, the equivalent of that is like, I throw my parachute out of the plane, and then I dive after the parachute, and I'm like, I'll probably be fine. And most of the time I'm fine. But these guys are like, okay, I got my parachute, I got my backup parachute, I got my backup for my backup for my backup, and they're like very safe, very like steady progression to the game. And I think that EU, and to some extent NA as well, they play more like me because it's streamer, it's ladder, it's like, let's just go for it. And let's hope we hit. And that's obviously, that's not entirely fair, because that's a gross overgeneralization of what the thing, but you get the point, right? The Chinese players are generally little more methodical, a little bit more slower to advance their board, but far less likely to die. All right. So 1 second, Lice. Let me just stretch and then go in. All right. Oh man. Okay. You see 6 Asians on top? Yeah, it's funny, right? It's like with sports, where it's like, oh, these guys are foreigners, until they're playing for the team, and it's like, yeah, that's my boy, let's go! That's an American right there! Classic. What happened with Jeeve? These guys are really good at the game. Like, Jeeve is just another player here, right? Like, Jeeve is not... Okay, that's maybe not entirely fair. But Jeeve is more like just another player here, where he's not guaranteed to get first. Now, is he probably going to get a first? Probably, because it's Jeeve, right? But if there's so much pressure in the lobby, you're not just going top 2 every game. Okay, we're going Hogger. So this anomaly incentivizes greed. Did I see a Deathwing? What? Wait, what are the options here? I don't think we see the options. I think we just see him take a Deathwing, right? It's top left. Wow, but he rolled 4 times. So no Othar, no Rainer. Jesus. See, that's a Chinese meta, man. Just go like Deathwing. What? Ooh. Okay. I am already mind blown here, chat. I'm already there. Ooh. It's like golf. The fewer points, the better. All right, so Jeep has an option here to go for lasso, but I think he's just gonna go cat. But like you could lasso and roll and then freeze pirates and blah 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 blah. There's like a small argument for it, but you could also try to win the fight with the 2-1 reborn to get his buddy earlier. That's also fair. This live? No, this is not live. I wasn't here this morning, but I will be there tomorrow and for the finals. Hopefully, because I might also just be dead tomorrow, because I can... Oh my god. But there's some good pharmaceutical enhancements that will get me through tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, looks like we're on 5 gold, right? So we started with a busker and we hero powered it. But there's a coin in the shop. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a legit argument here for the shield over the busker. Because the busker is not always going to help you with your gold next turn, because if you're on 5 gold and there's a chef's choice, you didn't need that extra gold. And if you win the round with the shield, you get an extra gold for your buddy and your hook tusk, which means you really want to speedrun your buddy. We have ixxdeee here too. What? Bro, this is so... I love this though. I love this. Wait, where is the Deathwing? Wasn't there a Deathwing locked in? Wait, did I miss that, chat? Was there not a Deathwing locked in? Sorry, I'm going to quickly go back. Where are we? We're at 156, right? Sorry. I thought I saw a Deathwing locked in. Or is that a different skin that I don't know? Okay. Maybe UI bug. Yeah, I was like excited to see it. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to overthink that too much. We'll trust the actual UI here. One of the spectators was in the wrong lobby. Ah, that could be fun. He's like, ah, Deathwing. Oh, this guy is 4K. Okay. Yeah. But anyways, ixxdeee. ixxdeee is honestly about as exciting as Deathwing. And with exciting, I mean, the hero itself is not exciting, but the fact that it got picked is exciting. Especially in this anomaly. Like, this is not an anomaly where you go conservative, right? This is like, you have an ice block. You gotta go. You gotta go hard, chat. I honestly would say that for EU and NA, this is our anomaly. This helps us make up for our risk taking. When did the tournament take place? A few hours ago. But this is day 1. So what you're seeing now is just group 1. Tomorrow it's group 2. And then on day 3, the winners of group 1 and group 2 will fight against each other in the finals. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, freeze for the chef is nice. That's really good. 1 second, yes. Early zippers, yeah, you can see that people are playing different already in this lobby. And you should. We see a super early setup from Dogdog for value. We see a super early zippers. Odd Dragon, Beater, Eddie. Yeah, and then one more for tomorrow. I am obviously incredibly biased. I don't know many or any of the Chinese players. So I am unapologetically rooting for the boys here. I hope you don't mind. Okay, that's a turn 5. That's a turn 5 rally, like the monstrosity. That's a pretty silly hit for zippers. That's nice. Which heroes do you think are the best in this lobby? Hook Tusk, like really nice for this. Togwaggle, really nice for this. And then ETC, it really depends on what you hit. Dog has a good hit, so ETC is really nice too. Buttons is better, but I don't think I like him more than the others. Although the early buddy did do really well. So maybe Buttons as well. Honestly, there's a lot of good heroes that were picked for this anomaly. Alright, so Jeep having a pretty good start, honestly. Tier 4 on turn 6. And he's got his he's got a lot of money from his hero power coming in. We need the oil sound. Yeah, I mean, if this becomes a video, again, I can't promise it, right? Because it's just like 3 days worth of footage. But yeah, there'll be oil sounds and stuff. DJ Gray, thank you for the prime. Also, tomorrow I'll be casting with XQN, guys, so it's gonna be a lot more lively. Again, today I'm just like so dead. But I hope you guys excuse me. It's very fun. I didn't want to miss this basically because I could have just go and lay in my bed, but I didn't want to. So because I could have just said, "Oh, sorry guys, I can't make it to day 1. I'll just cast day 2." But I still wanted to catch up on this. I want to know what happened, right? If I'm gonna dive in tomorrow, I want to already see the meta. I want to see some like the differences between NA and China. Monstrosity Tavern 2. That's because of Zippers. Zippers got that. Ooh, he fished. He hits. He scores. Yeah. He's pretty happy with that steal on the Monstrosity. That's a big deal. Which NA player do you think has the best chance of getting first in these lobbies? I don't know about first, but in terms of doing really well, like, you can't underestimate Waterloo. Like I said, Waterloo won 2 Lobby Legends, right? Not just, like, invited to a bunch of them, he straight up won 2 Lobby Legends. Like, getting first place in them. Really outrageous. And obviously, Jeef is Jeef, right? So out of this lobby, I would say those 2. Again, no disrespect to Dog or Lime. They're both extremely strong players, otherwise they wouldn't be here. But that would be my prediction. Okay. Not a bad setup for Dog. Oh, here we can see the Ini. This feels so incredibly bad, but I need to see how he does and like what he's gonna prioritize. Ooh, that's a steal. Dude, he wins. Oh my god. Ah! Okay, so that's how you play Ini. You steal 2 Tathalon buddies. He's like, nice, I have a real buddy now. Well, this is also what we talked about, right? That's slow and steady, let's just go. But slow and steady in 11th hour feels wrong. That doesn't mean it is wrong, right? It just feels wrong. Because I've played so many good 11-hour games where, you know, slow and steady was definitely not the way to go. Jeef is Jeef fits so nicely. I mean, that is it, right? Like, what else do you want me to say? Jeef is Jeef, man. Oh, and then he can buy the magnetic after it's buffed. Yeah, these, like, tempo lines I don't necessarily think of. Really, really solid. So clean. That's actually so nice. Double Monstrosity, get the buffs out, Hooktail, and then buff the magnetic. Like, all these boards are so like, see? That is an NA or a Euro board, right? Not a lot of stats, 2 looters, early double bounty guy, let's fucking go. This is my kind of board. This is a board that I make, right? The early, like, let me just cast the spell that buffs the... Like, we don't do that. We don't do, like, let me copy Nature's Blessing for more tempo. We don't do that, bro. Do you know the outcome? No. And I will ban spoilers. So, like, no mercy. So, shut up. Okay, you didn't say anything. Let's just giving you the heads up. Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, no shot, right? It's full... It's full pirate setup, but that's not bad when you have an ice block, right? So I'm really curious in this anomaly what it's going to be. It's an NA board, yeah, or EU board, honestly. It's like it's a Western board. It's a Western board where we go for the full greed and we figure it out later. Ooh, buttons with a fishing rod. Okay, what are the types? Undead are in. He could end up with the cloning guide, like, because he already has a Moira, right? So, okay, the buttons can actually pull really far ahead here. Because Moira plus Zippers gives him 2 Wisdom Ball cards. And then he gets 1 7-drop bonus. You want that Reborn for your zippers. Yeah, it's too good. And then with your Eudora, hopefully your Moira doesn't get sniped. Yeah, that's a really good setup. You don't know either? Okay. Is this a new patch stream? It's a new tournament stream. New tournament stream. I think we're on the last patch of the season. The new season will be somewhere in December, so it's probably last patch of the season. Oh god. Oof. Well, it is 11th hour, right? So normally I would say Lime's setup, I really don't like it for, you know, tournament, where it's a little too, I'll just figure it out kind of thing. Ooh, couldn't cast it. Well, actually holding armor to first get procced is also not a terrible plan. Yeah, I think he might have just reconsidered on casting armor because of the anomaly. Tathalon was trying to get his tempo online and succeeded, but still dropped to 15. But he might also just be ready to armor up after taking 15. Alright, I do like Hooktusk a lot in this anomaly. I think it's a really sweet Hooktusk setup. Because this anomaly is all about getting higher cap boards, and Hooktusk gives you so much money to work with. Now, Waterloo has been losing some rounds, so the buddy is pretty expensive. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. Ooh, we got Behemoth, and Murlocs are out. Oh boy. Yeah, we want lava. He's looking for lava now. Okay, the buttons can just become unkillable. What's the scam in this game? Leroy and that's it? That's really tough. If the buttons finds lava and he executes correctly, which more than likely will, right? Because it's a very high level player, he becomes unkillable. Like unoutstatable, I mean, right? Like you cannot beat him with numbers anymore. Because Behemoth is exponential scaling. Spore, sure, but Spore is so hard to aim because Spore just bumps into anything and it's like screwed. Goes for the pen pal here, so really valuing. I like that. Yeah, he needs his golden buddy. Yeah, the spell is okay. Ooh, bounty's also good. Dog with golden buddy, double lava. Oh. So Dog is trying... Ooh. Dog is trying to find the elemental magnetic. And he's trying to talk himself out of buying that second boxer. He's like, is that too greedy? Chat. Am I too greedy here? I have ice block. I don't know. If I find the guy, it's so good. I can eat on top. Well, I'm going to buy the boxer. I'm going to predict the boxer buy. We'll see. I would do it, but that's for YouTube, right? Like, of course we buy it. Imagine if we hit, yeah. But that's a pretty... so for those of you who haven't seen it yet, right? You just make a really big minion through any kind of way, right? Like pirate buffs or, you know, whatever spells. And then once you have a big minion, you avalanche it on top of the mech elemental magnetic. And then you triple that one, and then you put it on a magnetic. And your boxers gain all those stats. And then you triple that magnetic again. And then your boxers get all those stats again, and so on and so on. It's very, very strong. But I would say that... Buttons is the person to beat here. Especially if he keeps his health here. No. Waterloo is too much stuff with that Moon Eater. But damage cap's on, right? Yeah. Holy hand, bro. He has 2 goggles. Jeez. Okay, he missed his 7-drop, but that's okay. He has yeah, it's time to go full money. I like that. This is where you sell out of your monstrosity, I think. You don't really need that anymore. Your geared guard's better than monstrosity, because you don't really have a lot of rally left after you sell geared guard, so... It feels a bit weird to sell a monstrosity, but if he's paying attention, he will. Okay, geared guard first. Oh, I mean, I guess this is an elemental that he could first buff. Okay, that's kind of fair, I guess. Oh, he has to play so fast, man, because he needs to steal that shop, right? Yeah. Vine Climber is really good tempo. I guess what he was trying to see is if he could find 2 lavas first, and if he has 2 lavas, he could have duplicated the behemoth, and if he then has 2 behemoths, then he can sell the monstrosity, and by selling the monstrosity there, you would get stats on both your behemoths. So that's a fair call, actually. Yeah. So the Rogers is just purely here to make money, so that you can play more cards. And then his Vine Climber gives him so many stats here. Yeah, the steal on the elemental shops is so clean. He is very, very likely not going to finish his turn. But that's okay. He just has to just ram cards on the board. Just ram cards on the board. No. Play card, do the thing, play card, do the thing. And just buy a few to end on, like buy that Gambler. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. Did we end up on a avalanche? No. We did. Yeah, it's just a little spectator lag. So well done. Now, the gold was spent not super efficiently, like we bought the spell thing, like we have some random stuff, but incredibly well done. That's basically full gold spent. Right. So Lime is setting up, but he's not quite there yet. And you can see that that behemoth is starting to become a problem, where it's still dead because he has golden hooktail, and hooktail just gives you really good damage. But if the buttons finds lava, that's where, yeah, that is really where we have to pay attention. Does the buttons find lava or not? Because the buttons could die here, because if it's just one taunted behemoth, it could just be one Leroy and it's over. The button's gonna have a silly turn as well, because he just got his anomaly procced, his ice block. Chief's on 1 health as well. So going pretty hard. Ixxdeee on 6, okay. I'm glad that this is not too crazy, right? This is not a good spot, right? So I'm glad that it didn't, you know, it would feel so weird if it's like, you know what, like, yeah, Ixxdeee is actually a good pick here. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to keep that. Yeah, time to eat your buddy. I agree. That's a lot of balls, dude. You got a lot of balls here. Look at this guy and his balls. Whoop. Yeah, we did say that, right? The Ixxdeee strategy is to steal Tathalon, buddy. And then do Tathalon things. Because the moment he stole the Tathalon buddies, he's like, oh, this is like way better than what I have. Okay. But maybe outside of an 11th hour lobby, the Ixxdeee is kind of solid. Who knows? Might be Chinese meta. Buttons has 1 lava. That's not yet enough. He needs 2 lava. With the 2nd lava, he will get double behemoth, and that's where the stats really start duplicating. So this is mildly scary. He's probably okay with 600 health, but not guaranteed. Okay, I think he used lava here, right? Is this an official tournament? There are no official tournaments. Hearthstone does not have Battlegrounds esports. So if that is the criteria for official tournament, then no. But it's about as official as it gets. Actually, I don't even know if Blizzard China, well, it's not Blizzard, right? It's NetEase, I think. I don't know if NetEase is involved with this. I might, yeah, that's actually a possibility. So it could be semi official. But yeah, the Blizzard doesn't have anything to do with it. That I know. Blizzard just likes BGs. I think it's just a bad return on investment for them. I think they just spent a lot of money on prize support, and like not a lot of people watched and stuff. So, but I would love to give it another shot where you have, like, let's say Jeep and XQN, if they're not playing for whatever reason, they're casting. I mean, I would say myself, but that's like so arrogant. Like, oh, well, if I was casting, I'd be like... So, but just having professional players, right? not even like insanely high level, but like 12,000 MMR. That if you're 12,000 MMR, you're strong enough to give incredible insight to the viewer. But I think in the past we've had like 6K or 8K or 9K players casting, and again, that's not bad, but it's not, you know, it's a lot more fun when you have a very high level player analyzing the situation. Chief being on 1 makes more sense now. Yeah, it's the anomaly to do that. Behemoth into Boxer wins. Yeah, again, right? If the Behemoth player can survive a little while longer, he wins the lobby, almost guaranteed. But he has only found 1 lava. That's the problem. And lava is a very popular minion, as you can see. People love the lava, man. They do love a good lava. All right. The gameplay is not live. It was played a few hours ago, but I was not home, so I was still on a flight. But I will be here tomorrow and on Sunday for the finals to cast those live. Yeah, ixxdeee no longer has the block. Let's see how good Jeev doing, how well he's doing. Not that strong. There's a 400. Oh wait, there's 900 health on a bigwig. Oh Jeev. Oh Jeev, classic Jeev. Ooh, dodge that Leroy. It's kind of important. That was a great hit for Jeev. Anything this bigwig can do before getting Leroy is fantastic. Okay. Alright, yeah, ixxdeee is going 8th. All is right in the world. This game makes sense to me now. I don't know, man. I wanted it to do well, but it just, on paper, doesn't make sense, man. You go for like this giga, just tempo thing in 11th hour. Yeah, watch StarCraft 2 tournaments. I have in the past, yeah. All right, yoink. Oh, he's got lavas too. Okay, buddy. Well, guess who just has the better behemoth setup, chat? Oh, yep. Don't you hate it when you have a cool toy and someone else yoinks it? That's an interesting one here. How is he going to do this? Because he could technically use lava on behemoth's next turn, so he doesn't necessarily need to keep his buddy anymore. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're just going to copy the avalanche. The avalanche, then play it, and then literally just do the same thing, right? Play the buddy, do it again. Oh, we're goldening that. Are? Oh, I guess we have damage cap, right? We have a ice block. So this is a little scary. Right? Because like 1 Leroy and stuff shit, basically. But next turn, he can sell the golden one with avalanche. And that way he'll get 2 behemoths back and he'll have a huge elemental. And then he can avalanche that huge elemental again, which then buffs the behemoths again. So that is exponential scaling, as the cool kids call it. Where did all the Tathlon buddies come from? Dog had it with ETC, and then Tathlon had it, and they were just stolen by various thief mechanics. Okay, the buttons does have 2 behemoths now. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, look at what Hook Dusk has. It has no chance of outstatting. This is the issue with the behemoth. Once the behemoth is online, it's like it only dies to poison. You cannot kill it with stats anymore. So both the behemoth players are gonna KO someone. Togwaggle ignores the pool. Yes, Togwaggle, Tess, Scabs, Zephyrus, Rafam, all those mechanics ignore pool. Ooh, golden lava. Oh, that's so good. He can use the lava and then golden lava and use it again. That's really solid. Lime with his NA board. But the problem is that while this would be good enough on ladder, some illegal activities were hit, right? The Avalanche Behemoth. We talked about it. You cannot outstat it. So I think Jeep is praying for a second place here, but likely just gotta be third. Because I don't see the Behemoth players dying before Jeep. And almost nothing that Jeep does in terms of gaining stats here will matter. Just because, look at those Behemoth numbers, right? What do we have? 12,000 damage on a Vine Climber that he can then eat and buff it. Yeah, look, it's just like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything, right? It's like, it's not happening, bro. Like, okay. Yeah, now he can eat that. It goes on the Sally. And then he can eat the Sally. Actually, yeah, he needs to... Ooh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise, he has to eat his lava. That sucks. And now he could golden lava if he wants to and eat a behemoth. But that would golden his behemoth. Is a little risky. Might want to do that next turn. It just means we're going to miss out on lava value this turn from the Sanders, but that's okay. It's not really acceptable to triple the behemoth this at this stage. Lime is the best scaling setup. Yeah, no, I hear you, right? It's just the once the behemoths come into play, scaling does not matter anymore. It's just finding, you know, more Leroys to try and hit him, but the stats are spread out well enough and there's extra taunt here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh wait, both of them do get Leroyed. But he spread it out well enough, right? 1,000. Wait. That's an ice block popped, is it not? Let's go. He's like sitting there like, oh no, both my behemoths got Leroyed. Yeah. Yeah, but Jeep is just punching a 4,000 health lava. Which again, it's a solid board by Jeep, right? But it's a 4,000 health lava. Well, 4,000 health left. Probably started at like 6,000 or something. I don't know. Here's the magnetic, but it's a bit too late to set up Boxer. Okay. He's eating the behemoth to triple it here. And then if he finds more lava. Okay, he doesn't have... this is a little scary. Okay, stole the shop, sure. Yeah, I mean, okay. We have a big guy, but I am a little bit afraid now. Feels like we are creating an opportunity to lose here. Because we're fighting Jeep now. Jeep is going to know what's up. So he is all-inning on those Leroys. Taunt's not horrible to taunt more shit. He could also just get rid of his behemoth and run just a big cleave, but without lava. That means he doesn't have behemoths anymore. And that means the buttons is kind of guaranteed to win the lobby. All right. Oh, yeah, we talked about that earlier. He actually found the undead, the copy stats. Okay. Yeah, it's really looking like buttons is gonna win then. Because this is gonna play around scam. That's really tough to do. On for this, actually, he has Golden Titus and Moira. Kind of want the other guy to go first here, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's Lime dead every time. Like 0 chance of survival here. And G... is that 20,000 health? Yeah. Chief is doing so well, right? Like, look at this board. Like, it's such a nasty board. But he's fighting a cheat mechanic, right? You can't get more numbers than Arcane Behemoth. Alright, so Jeeve takes the 3/4. Probably not super happy with. Whereas it's like getting at least a solo third would have been good. But it's just the Arcane Behemoth Wars. Hey Fox, thanks for the prime. Is there a reason not to gold on the Moira? Titus stacks. Moira doesn't stack, so that's like a small thing. This probably doesn't matter. You could probably gold on either of them. So Moira would be fine for more money. Actually, no, you can gold on Moira. Sanders only targets tier 6 or below. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I think now that Buttons has that undead, it's way too good. He could even play down a unit or two just to get full value. And then he can just eat the biggest, fattest thing, right? Now Shield's probably still better, which makes me think that yeah, you can't really get rid of the Arcane Behemoths though, because then, well, you can keep one Behemoth in hand. What I'm considering is him eating the Arcane Behemoth on top of the Avalanche, because then the Avalanche has oh, he has another one. Okay, yeah, it's over. I didn't even see yet another one. It's Jover, chat. It is Jover. Okay, well, we did call the Buttons, right? Buttons was the guy to beat. So both of our calls have been pretty accurate. The Buttons and the Voon both won the lobby. Cool. Really, well, a bit unfortunate for our boys, really. Because I feel like they played textbook really well for this anomaly. But they just got blind, like, someone hit Behemoth. And it's like, oh, okay. I guess I will just not be able to poison that because there's no Murlocs. GG. Yeah, not much you can do about that. That sucks, man. Where you say, oh, I'm going to play textbook. I'm going to go force pirates here with Hogger because it's 11th hour. Yeah. We're going to dive in the next game in just a moment, chat. Quickly just going to stretch my legs and then we go in. We have 3 more games today, and then after that, tomorrow, there's going to be 5 more games for Group 2. At the end of today, we are going to know who is going to be advancing to Day 3. The top 4 from this group will be in the finals. And then in the finals, they will be playing a check format, which is essentially playing until you have enough points, and then you have to win the lobby after that. So it could be a long, day. See you guys in just a moment, and then we'll dive into the next game. Sure, it's only 5? You're pretty sure it was 7? It was 5 last time. It could be 7, but it was 5 last time. Right? It could be 7. I would say I'm like 85% sure. There is room for doubt. I guess we'll find out. The scoreboard fits 7. Oh, I guess that does make sense, huh? 7 it is then. More games, more fun. All right, we have the privilege here that it's not live, so we can skip this whole in-between segment and jump right into the game, chat. Tomorrow we're not going to be able to do that. But there's obviously... Watching it live is also super hype. For those of you who missed it, this was played this morning at 5 a.m. And normally I would make a joke, like, I'm not getting up at 5, but you guys know that I do, so I just wasn't home. We have Money Match. Okay, let's see how they play this. Money Match is comparable to 11th Hour. Like, it's obviously not the same, but it's a bit more just like go, right? The game is accelerated. You have more resources. You want to go build a comp really quickly with all that money. 5 a.m. in which time zone? My time zone. That's Central European time. I think it's 8 p.m. Pacific. So, and if you're not in those time zones, then, I mean, it's converted. We've all done that. Oh, we can't see what the Finley is. Okay, so there is a spectator bug. Earlier, we couldn't see a triple either. Okay. So which types are in? It's Ellie Pirate already, right? Yeah. Ellie Pirate Mech. That's really nice for Millhouse. Well, not Mech, but I say Mech because I can see it in Anoyo. Tomorrow, 5 a.m. again? Yes. Tomorrow I should be here at 5 a.m. casting the live action. Dog got smoked again. Yeah, I mean, Dog is a very strong player, but it's just like best in the world. It's only game 2, right? He can come back. But it's really tricky. Very, very strong players. Who won the last game? The Buttons. Oh, you have to take Vandar. I think you still just cycle Elemental and level, but we'll see what Waterloo ends up doing. I don't think you're triple buying, right? That's a little much. Yeah, seems like he's going for the Elemental play. It's either that or roll. You can roll and save your coin. Have 1 fewer units, but you have a 3-drop instead. Dog is 11 gold, which means he casts a Strike Oil. My man. Let's go. Oilers. Or is it just from the... It's not from the thing, right? It's not from the busker because it would still be out of 10. It would be 11 out of 10. Jamming Oil, turn 3 in this tournament. Balls. Sorry for all the coughing, guys. Just coming down with something. Okay, so we see our first non-leveling turn here by Nosdormu. You almost always go to tier 4. But I can see what he's setting up here. Some Sandstone Drake, gem stuff. I'm guessing he's going to get profits and sell his Gambler for the dragon, but he could also just sell his Gambler. He might also not want the Sandstone, but I think you want it, right? There's so many cards he's playing. So he's just trying to figure out whether he wants the profit or not. Because a profit might be bait, where he's not going to cycle too many more Quillware after this. Okay, so just a copy on money for Voon. Definitely not as good as the previous Voon game we've seen. Like pretty, pretty mediocre. Is Strike all good or bad in this anomaly? It's more about it being in a tournament where it's really tough to buy Strike all and then not lose a lot of fights. Seems like the leaderboard was glitching out a bit for a second there. Chief plays for NA. So does Waterloo. Yeah, so Jeep did stay on 3. With some ballers. Is he also trying to get that dragon, or what's the plan here for Jeeve? 7 for the buddy is a lot, but he does have scope. But then you're again not leveling. That doesn't feel too good either. I could see him just grabbing the dragon with the spell here. Because the spell's not bad for Tathlon, but he's hovering the buddy button. Might just be happy to pay 7 because he's got the scope. I think you might even want to cast the 1-cost spell first here. because you have 1 extra gold after you sell. Because, oh, he's just gonna double sell. Okay, that's fair. So he wants the level still. Yeah, I think I go for the reroll myself, but we could have we could have argued that it was a little greedy. I don't know if I love this. It's Jeef, so it's probably right, but this feels like we sold a lot there. Essentially, what I'm trying to understand is we sold a lot of units to still be able to level, and the upside of using the buddy is we got 1 scope extra. So is it worth to pay 7 gold for the buddy and have to sell half our board to level instead of just leveling and next turn getting the buddy? Right, no scoping. He's still winning the fight, so it worked out for sure. There's early duplicate shenanigan. Ooh, that's an early brand. You don't really have more Tathalam buddies here because you're not playing Buddy Anomaly. Yeah, when you get the Golden Touch this early, oftentimes you just play it to get a 6-drop. Because it's too random to roll for something good and then hope that it hits it. Violet, probably? But see if he loves playing Quill, maybe we see a Sanguine. Yeah, Violet when you already have a brand makes a lot of sense. Okay, he's gonna take the roll. There was also that minion that reduces the spell. Like, fair. Just ending on a cleave is also nice. Okay, a little bit of Violet buffs. Nice. It's a lot of gems here from Nosdormu. Nosdormu picked up the dragon. Was looking for a Master of Realities with that for sure. Master of Realities from the Discover would be phenomenal. We see a golden white main for Jeef, so I'm guessing there was some golden touch there too. I don't think Jeef bought 3 white mains. I think it was like golden touch and Discover the Rogers. But yeah, having Rogers and having lava already, that's not bad for Jeef. I'd love to see that. It's early economy and he's not losing his fights. So the more economy you have, the better, as long as you're winning your fights. So it's really, really good for Jeef. And even, you know, you could lose like 1 fight. Okay, he's gonna buy the Nomi. So treating the Rogers more as just pure money as opposed to a direction, which is totally fair. Jeef is playing for an AS. So he's rolling to see if he can find another lava, maybe another Nomi, maybe a privateer. Swapping POVs right before the scope goes off is a little triggering, but that's fair. This is a hero power, but it's just he's just thinking, how do I afford this? Because technically he would love to keep his buddy so he can play with lava. So yeah. Okay, so we're switching POVs because there's something happening here and the guys are taking too long. That's understandable. You could argue like, oh, the POV swap's a little too fast, but he was hesitating and the camera guy doesn't really know how long he's going to hesitate for, so let's switch here. Waterloo's on 6. It is money match, but still. Very, again, Waterloo also has that slower and steady style. Does that Shadybunny guy represent an A? Oh, he does not. If anything, I'd represent EU, but I would be the streamer invite, where they just invite me for entertainment purposes, and I would be okay with that. I'm the diversity invite. Right? They need one clown. All right, man, that's a pretty late buddy for Scabs, but it is money match, so the game is accelerated. But still, the game is already quite far along. Bloop, bloop. Do you undervalue elementals? You rarely go them. Yes. But they're also hard to play. They're very hard to play. There's a lot of ordering and managing with lava. Elementals are tough to get off the ground. I don't know who Ken Young is. Wouldn't be here if you wouldn't like your playstyle. Yeah, no, I mean, I know, I like what I do. I just don't do this. That's it, that's it. Don't worry about it. Ooh, dog is like, hello. Now the problem is, he's probably not going to keep his damage cap here, right? And then we are suddenly below 15, and we need to get this off the ground. But he has a shot here, right? All the tools to win the game are right here. We have double Rogers, we have spell power, we have additional bounties with the battle cry and the brand. I guess we just are lacking privateer. Are you rooting for someone? Oh, just DNA guys, honestly. Oh, he's gonna do it again with the Rogers for money. Okay, is that the same player that piloted Voon early, or is that just... that's so racist. I'm like, it was a Chinese guy, right? It's like the Chinese guy did the Voon thing earlier. Is it this Chinese guy? Oh, man. Yeah. I cannot do an official cast yet, guys. I'm not ready. I need training. Oh, man. But yeah, so the plan here is to go for Golden Rogers so that you can spend a lot of money with the... what are they called again? The tier 5 Quillbore. And that's a really fun setup. But I don't know how big his gems are right now. Alright, those Dormut going below cap. Yeah, getting the scope is nice. This Nosdormu feels like he's in trouble. Like, he wanted Master of Realities desperately, but... Nice. Has armor, at least. That helps a lot. But still, I don't think the board is coming together fast enough. Yeah, play the Panda first in case you get armor, then you don't have to buy it. Definitely have to buy that, though. Is this live? This was played this morning, but I wasn't here for that. Oh. Definitely has some fun cards to play here, but the board is just too fragile. There's no shield, there's not a lot of health on the board, it's just not great. Can't see what turn it is. Yeah, the deck tracker thing would be nice. It's true. Ah, look at Jeeve cooking. Nomium. So the Nomis are big because of Mutinous? Or how did he copy them somehow? Is it ballers? Oh, it might just be pure baller stats, yeah. Might just be pure baller. How many matches? Seems like 7. There's space for 7, so... But we'll see. We're on match number 3 right now. Chief is ballin'. Alright, Millhouse is out. Who's on the Millhouse? Can't see the name right now. Don't be NA, don't be NA, don't be NA. Oh! That's classic, chat. Classic. Ooh, he's skipping the free reroll. Wow. Don't you just sell a Cyclone here and start pumping, or am I just not seeing this right? Obviously, Jeeve is thinking about something. I guess he has Lava, right? Yeah. Because if you sell a Cyclone, you get a Cyclone back with Lava. You could sell his Buddy, and then it's no longer golden, but you can play one more baller. Okay. He wants to do that instead. I definitely would have just sold a Cyclone because it's easier. Looks like Jeeve makes the call that he would prefer to have his Buddy. If he rolls another Lava, he could end up copying it again, go double ball. So I can see that. Excuse me. We want to end on our Buddy and casting the baller spell for sure. Could even freeze that. I don't know. Ooh, are we holding that? Because I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can equip that already. Is NA losing? Well, China is usually favored in these. Like their ladder is stronger. They just have better practice opportunities. It's like the tougher environment breeds tougher players. Yeah, we have another charming after the bounty setup. That seems like a pretty common thing the Chinese players do, where I feel like we more often rely on just purple bounties to make the charming big. But it seems like they like playing Evoker and then playing Poet. And depending on how well you're doing, I think the bounty stuff is stronger, but it's a little bit more greedy because you need to first get spell power as well. Those masters are popping off. Okay, then Nosdormu finally found them. Alright. Charmwing. Kind of getting there. 101 damage. Probably enough. Lich King is just kind of chilling, man. He's also farming spells. Yeah, he's just farming spells with the Evoker. What are the standings? You're going to see it after this game. I don't know it by heart. What's the main difference between high elo ladder and tournament meta? Your opponents are way better, so you can't be weak. On ladder, you're weak more often as a shortcut to building your comp. In tournaments, you can't do that, or at least not as much. Tournaments, you need to just be strong more, because otherwise you just take in 10 and 15 the whole time. Whereas on ladder, sometimes your transition board is actually not going to take damage. You're like, oh, this guy is just kind of not a real board. Okay, he sold one Evoker. I was wondering what he was going to do here. I do think you have to do that. It seems really hard. Once you have Bran, Bran is still going to end up as more stats than the Evoker, because it means you can just play more things with Golden Rogers. A big advantage. Waterloo out early. Okay, I think Waterloo did okay, right, in the past two lobbies. Or at least in the first lobby. We see a Bran here, but probably too late for that. I think we're not even freezing that. Just purely go in. Yeah. Oh, so many cards being played here. Lovely. We do see a regular Evoker. But with two Poets, this seems fine, honestly. Yep. Okay, he's just gonna end on Rogers. Might have to sell it next turn then, depending on what happens. Yeah, Lich King is doing some cool stuff here. Lich King is doing spell power, menagerie buffing. That's a very fun board. Look at this, chat. This didn't feel like it's actually a thing, right? Okay. I think Dog is Scabs, right? He got quite some health, but it's not enough. The Arthas buddy is not bad either in this. What's the player with the Quillbore? Yeah, we haven't seen him. Oh, he's not happy with that outcome, Chad. You can see him. Oh, they changed the cameras. The cameras weren't here before, damn. Wait, where should I go, chat? I'm blocking a player cam a bit. They baited me. They changed their layout. You guys can figure that out if I should go somewhere else or not. Last time this is where I wasn't blocking anything. Top right. Yeah, but that's where XQN went last time. I'm probably not going to change it today. I'll probably change it for tomorrow. I'll watch the VOD on my own. That's my cat saying hi. Togwaggle was the Quilbur player, I think. No, Voon was the Quilbur player. I think, yeah, Voon just died. Chief still just chilling with ballers. Like, yep. Baller, yep. So that's something where Jeef kept that Cyclone and just kept making it bigger, right? Instead of selling it. So that's a thing where I think on ladder, he might have sold Cyclone because Cyclone is slower scaling, but it's stronger in the fights. That's kind of good. You can go next to their face on the left. Ah, then I'm gonna block like the bottom heroes and stuff. I think I'll definitely be somewhere on the right. We might just keep it here. We'll see. Sudden like 17 under master. You know, the Nosdorma was in a bad spot, but not anymore. He got top 4. Yeah, I'm a faintest. My cat is just letting me know, like, hey, I said meow. Just in case you were wondering. I did call meow there, bro. Okay, Nadine at the end on. That's also something they do so well, these guys. Like, they do not have, like, this dud slot going into these fights. Having the Nadina here with the 3 big dragons, definitely reasonable. Charming did not hit the Leroy. Oh, but the Nomi is too big. Lol. Yeah, we don't have a lot of damage. Chief just wins, right? Oh, is that the first NAW chat? Chief going hard with the Nomium. The side-by-side's pretty rare. Yeah. Not as rare later. You have been acknowledged. Yeah. That's a bit of an issue here for this menagerie board. The menagerie board is cool, but when there's a 3000 health Master of Realities, cool doesn't really cut it. But Jeef does have Leroy. And he's getting really big, yeah. So he's just using lava to print more Teflon buddies. Oh, you want to both the brand and the guy, but it's just like never gonna happen. Too late in the game, no board slot. Cat wants to see us. Cat probably wants like a treat or more food. I haven't been home all week, so I'm assuming my wife has been feeding her. She's like, no, she hasn't. Call PETA. The cat is crying out for help. All right. Sure. Whatever you've been told, it's a lie. Yeah, this is just go time. You have Golden Brand with this hand. Not much. Yeah. Oh, that works. Oh my god, bro. He's fighting the ghost, so he can kind of milk. Yeah. Oh. Dear god, bro. Honestly, probably just grab that baller. And then maybe Endless Elemental here. Oh, Chef, yeah, sure. Okay, so should be getting Perma Shield with that Poet. Then he can sell Poet and Nadina, or just Poet. The question is Jeef's stuff going to be big enough to trade into Master? He's on 35, though. All he needs is one fight where the Master gets Leroy, and it's over. I think I'll give it to Jeef, yeah. Seems pretty hard. Oh. No, he's not enough, yeah. He was celebrating when the spore hit the guy. He was like, yeah, let's go. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that. He was like, yeah. Muff was like, meow. No celebrating. Okay, come easy. Maybe she just missed me. Maybe she just missed me. You want to say something into the microphone? How are your living conditions here? Have anything to complain about? He's like, no. Okay. What's the master up to? 3,000? Yeah, I don't think it's enough. I think Jeeve's kind of good. I think Jeeve's just good here. He's got to try to avoid getting Leroy on his Cyclone. Kind of a big deal. If that doesn't happen, I think Jeeve's good. Oh, here's the purring, chat. Listen. She purrs so hard. There's a big purr machine. What are the icons on the leaderboard? Oh, health and stuff, right? Yeah, the ballers are huge. He's played so many ballers. But he sold out of his Tathlon, buddy. Like, it's time to go, but he didn't sell the Nomis. Wait, what? I mean, he could just Avalanche from here as well. He's on 35. Avalanche probably better than Ballers, yeah. Because the Nomis have buffed so much. I don't know. Don't you just sell a Nomi instead of... Oh, I guess the Nomis are big. Yeah. It's closing in on 4,000 health. Oh, he's gonna crush it. Barely or not? 3.9 maybe, yeah, 3.9. Okay. That's good. And the taunt happens there. Kind of. Yeah, I think Jeeve just has the long-term advantage here. It's easier for Jeeve to play around stuff. Whereas if the Master gets Leroy, it's kind of just over. Also, he's buffed so much with the Nomis that just buying that Magnetic is plus 300, 300, which is odd. Atto tax paid. Appreciate that. I don't have my alerts on, I think. I heard it a little bit. But I think my tournament casting thing doesn't have alerts, right? Either way, very much appreciated. Nothing appreciates it. Hey, Seville. Dance on Drake with Whelp is so satisfying, yeah. Isn't a Chinese guy scaling more? Yeah, but it's 1 unit, right? And Jeeve has 35 HP. And I'm not even sure if he's scaling more. Jeeve can also just hit Avalanche, right? With 300 elementals. It's not even 300, it's like 350. 325. I don't know. It's possible that he somehow gets there. But Jeeve is also just rolling for another Leroy. Hit the Mutinous? Oh, bro, wait. I missed that. Sorry, guys. Rewind. I'm getting distracted by the cat. My co-caster is not doing a good job here. Oh, the spicy boxer pivot, I see. Oh my god. Give this man an OFC, chat. Hit him with an OFC. That's an OFC if I've ever seen one. Man, Jeeve doesn't deserve this. Jeeve does not deserve this, bro. I hope he's not too hard on himself here. Because that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Actual bullshit. Well, being good and being lucky definitely helps. The boxer pivot. That's, I mean, yeah. And now he's going to start taking a lot of damage as well because boxers are tier 6. He's taking 18 per loss. He doesn't have a lot of time. Yeah. It's kind of over, right? Yikes. Now, if he had found an Avalanche, it would have also worked. So, yes, the Mutinous was incredibly lucky. But had he found an Avalanche, he would have been fine too. So, it's understandable. You don't care, right? You don't care. Your box is already big enough. Even though you can triple and make another one, it's so much gold. You don't want to invest it, I think. I think he just wants to find the triple again. Finding the triple on the prosthetic hand is really where it's at. 3.4k units a turn. Oh, in a turn, yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, the golden brand helps him so much because he has money. Chief does not have money. Damn, I really wish Chief would have taken this one, but that mutinous kind of sealed the deal. This mean luck is now a skill. Well, again, if he had survived one more round, the odds that he would find, excuse me, Avalanche is pretty high. But he mutinous on the shop where he had the golden magnetic, so just Avalanche wasn't enough. He also needed to triple the magnetic. So it's debatable whether he would have gotten there anyway. It's reasonable to say that he wouldn't have gotten there. Because Avalanche is always hits, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel for Jeeve. This is just like, I'm not going to concede because it's a tournament, but I mean, my opponent just tripled his biggest unit. It's tough to deal with. Bonk. So looks like he's going to be alive because one boxer died, so it's not 18, it's only 16. But like, what are we doing, right? Even Spore, now that you have Divine Shield on these boxers, Spore just doesn't connect. I love that we still have a Nomi though. Very fun. One health comfort zone. Well, he's not really getting outscaled anymore, so I'm not even 100% sure if the Nosdormu should be looking for the triple on the magnetic. You should probably just, you know, make it less likely your boxers get Leroyed. So maybe like a cleave. But I don't know, how does he make a big cleave? Kinda don't, right? Ooh, Tempest is so much fun with Golden Brown. Kudos to Jeeves trying to scam. Yeah, I mean, it's a tournament. Ooh, the spell is good. The spell is legit. That actually has a shot at doing something. So much money on the Golden Brown. Yeah, it feels kind of over, but we've got a Spore too. He's on 17 though. I don't think he dies from one scam. Yeah, if I'm in the Nosdormu's position, what do I add to my board here to make it less likely that I'm gonna get wrecked? White main helps, right? Haunting the Leroy's. Eve is moving the Leroy's up to try and just land into the taunted boxers. Okay. Minus health on the prosthetic hand would be nice. Yeah. He needs those Leroy's to hit, right? Yeah, it's not a no shot. Well, you know, well done by the Nosdormu. Can you do my mic a bit louder? I mean, maybe it was just not in my face because of the cat. Hello, chat. How is it now? We're doing okay. All right. I'm gonna get another quick stretch. We're going to jump right into the next game because normally there's quite a big segment between each games because it's all tournament production. But because it happened this morning, it's a replay and I can skip it. That is nice. So just give me 1 second, guys. Meow meow. All right, here we have our scoreboard. Chief put himself in the top 4 with that game. Steadily going back up. Waterloo, unfortunately, trending in the other direction. Starting strong and then getting weaker. And then Dog and Lime. This was pretty similar in the EU. Like XQN was like top 4. And then the rest was getting wrecked. Oh man. Alright, gonna have to do this for a little bit. Alright. Let's dive into the next game. Looks like we're playing Planner, right? Let's go back into Hero Select. Sorry, Twitch is not great for playback. But there we go. Waterloo with the Voon. Yeah, Voon in this anomaly is nice. Have a little bit of extra money. Voon is also just better now that they made the buddy 2 cost again. Okay, I think I'm good. Hope I'm good. Chief with a Rana. Okay. I guess you have more stuff. Wait, is Dog playing as David? Why is he using his real name? What? Were those accounts made for them or something? Huh, that's very specific. How do they have 4 roles? I don't understand. They have 4 roles because you can roll 4 times. But that's obviously not what you're asking, so I don't understand your question. Alright, we got a Naga. This is a 1-day tournament? No, this is the first of 3 days. This was this morning. The anomaly is get a minion at the start of turn. Can Jeeve cast with me at XQN? Yeah, I think XQN has his friend he wants to cast with. Lakshya. I've never spoken to him. If XQN says he's cool, I trust XQN, so probably gonna be a bit too busy. I don't know, I can bring Jeeve on for a little bit. Depends on how much Jeeve wanna do. Wow. Okay. Got the tempo, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Golden Dune Dweller makes every elemental you buy pretty humongous. You do it when live? Oh yeah, I don't want to cast with anyone else when I'm doing the VOD Jeeve because it doesn't make sense because I'm like fast forwarding and stuff and kind of I guess we have to screen share Discord. But you played this as well, right? So it doesn't really make sense. It could be more like an interview type style, right? Where we can look at a game. We do something like that, but that's cool, man. No spoilers, please. I haven't seen anything. Well, other than the things I've seen. Yes, that is very clear directions as usual. Okay, Golden Scout in the hands with buffs. Now, unfortunately, he's fighting Curator, so... Normally when you have a Golden Scout in your hands, you're gonna win fights for quite a while. But the curator minion is very good at dealing with a big minion. Excuse me. Kerrigan. We see less Kerrigan these days now that they nerfed the hero power and the buddy. Just tough to get it online, or tougher. Yeah, Dog leveled pretty quickly, but that does make sense in this anomaly. I could see him sell the bacon for the spell here and just grab the 2 shields. Like the Murloc and the Naga shield. I'm kind of down for that, yeah. Seems like a good turn. So we had a triple here. We're going to go into a 4-drop. Priestess seems excellent. Priestess seems kind of bad. Yeah. There's a wide range on spells that increase stats. He could have gotten what's that called again? Like the do it now or do it later. Time management, yeah. Or a pants. He could have had like 4/4 on all his units or pants. Mod Jeef. Yeah, Jeef is VIP. Yeah. I don't know if Jeef wants to do work in my chat. It seems like it's asking a lot. Oh, Voon got the steel guy. Oh, double golden Dune Dweller. Is that like a thing? Is that a thing I'm not doing in Planner? Lime just bought a 3 gold 5/6. But he could have gotten a 4 gold 2020. Alright, let me Right. He had 3 units, yeah, that's true. He's not increasing the amount of units. I guess he's trying to win this fight, but then it doesn't make sense. He could have taken 2/2, right? Yeah. Either way, it's incorrect. It might just be a bit of pressure, man, or yeah, it's probably just pressure. So trinket turn for Dog. You can take the none of these I love for this like tournament setting. Normally you do take the money, but just you might be going close to cap again, right? By the time you're getting value from that. Usually it's lava this early on. Just because he probably doesn't have an Ellie, right? No. Alright, took another shot. I don't mind Shiny Ring guy. I think he's pretty solid early. I feel like we're like a little too defensive with that Naga thing. I think Lime is getting into his own head here. I don't think the biker Naga doesn't really go anywhere. Happy with a Rana Jeef? Or was that just the best what you had? You have extra units in this anomaly, so I can see it. The way to go above 15 is learning how the 1 in 7 mutinous. Rana's is good? Okay. Cool. I mean, we just saw the boxer pivots with the master game. And he 1 in 7 the mutinous to do it. But he could have maybe just hit Avalanche too. But he might have died before that happened. Because he had Golden Brand, he could probably force it. 6-drop Nagas are OP and nobody does that. Yeah, I do like 6-drop Nagas. That's true. Yeah, I don't like it when Wizzball does this. I guess there's tempo with a cleave, but this is like classic. Your board is not going anywhere, right? That's a problem. Yeah. As opposed to 6-drop Nagas here, but you're on 12, so there is that. There's that. Usually it's Matriarch. I can't see the rest of his board. Yeah. Like maybe there was some argument for like the Murloc or the not really. Yeah. He's considering freezing for coin because you have Matriarch. Because you rolled and there was like, I'll freeze the 6 drops and like, ooh, never mind. Yeah. Freeze for coin not good enough, it seems. Okay. Yeah, this is a medium power level lobby, I would say, right? Well, no, you have Murlocs and Ellies. Just no pirates. Pretty high power level. It's quite a bit of money here. Oh, Deep Blue is so nice, yeah. That's sweet. Deep Blue gives you so much power in the mid game. And then you can just hit like Rogue later on and get huge attack. Or you can just not do Deep Blue anymore. Did get a bad hit, but it doesn't really matter. It's 100%, right? Probably just dealing a little less damage. Yeah. Yeah, Toki going to 4 here. Really scary. Time to start fishing for those Nagas. I'm gonna go to Toki because Toki's so low. Yeah, Painter. Man, this is monk ass. This feels like it just all went too slow. Yeah. It feels like Toki is like dead now or dead in a few turns. He's getting a lot of health, so that's okay, but it's just not really building into anything. I get like similar vibes with this board, but Nosdormu is much healthier. But it's just like, it's not really building into anything. He needs Wisdom Ball to do Wisdom Ball things. I mean, he can like start reborning that Naga and go all in, but... Yeesh. That does not feel great. Yeah, okay. Zelda Rally thing. Yeah, just reborn the guy, I guess. Reborn the biker. Now that we played that. Oh, he's fighting Toki. I think Toki gained too much health this turn. So maybe taking 10 here. Let's see what the board looks like. 20. Ooh, Spiker didn't die. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Nervy. Thank you for the sub. Welcome back. The Toki will live to try and get this board together. It just feels like you're too far behind on other boards, so... I'm trying to think what would need to happen for Toki to not be dead in a few turns. Just don't have money, right? That's a problem. Ah. Look, it's money for Nosdormu. Lovely. Beacon, yeah, that works. We lost. Okay. He doesn't really need to keep that handless either, right? That shield. Wow, bro. You could have technically played those Murlocs first. Maybe you get Lasso and you steal. Nala is so good. I would say that Nosdormu, Lime, he just hit a line to stabilize, right? Nala to stabilize into base skill scam. We saw Mutinous, not Mutinous, we saw Millhouse do the same thing. So I would say that the combination of rolling Bran and then Wisdom Ball was amazing. Like that did really well. Tripling your shiny ring would have been perfect here, yeah. It's gonna end on the Tidus, I'm guessing, and chilling. Always feels bad if you can't use your Mycologist value. But I don't think forcing it makes sense here. See, that's a fun board. Kerrigan with 2 Ultralisks. Yeah, he's just gonna kill Toki, I guess. Yeah. I don't think Toki ever gets enough to live. Cleave. Cleave. That's a problem, right? If you don't have money, your comp just doesn't... Yeah. Like, just having one Painter and one Matriarch and then playing some cards, that does not do enough to keep up with someone that has an actual functioning board. So we did see that coming. Now, it's not necessarily his fault, right? That can just be how the cards fall. Usually there's something. You could technically hero power the biker. It's not awful, because he's on 12. Well, you could maybe want another one, maybe. But it's kind of nice if it just attacks and buffs his board, yeah. Buying the shiny ring, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, are we cycling our buddy? It seems like it. Oh, that's huge. Love to see that. There's no brand to cycle that panda, unfortunately. Yeah, sure. But Avalanche doesn't matter, right? Excuse me. Freezing for a Titus? Maybe for the spells as well to get some mycologist value. Okay, so it looks like Jeef hit his deep blue stuff. He has the rat skill rogue now, so every time he casts his deep blue, he's gonna get permanent attack. Like rogue really helped deep blues. Alright, Kazuya, see you. Man, Waterloo feels so close to greatness here. He has a ghost round. I think he can pull it off. Yeah. Yep. This is just classic Kerrigan Infestor buffing shenanigans. It's still on tier 3, wow, yeah. That's really the tournament line, I guess. We're freezing that because we can cast another spellcraft on it. That's funny. Oh yeah, Avalanche on Jeef is crazy good. It's true. This live? I'm live, but the tournament was played this morning. Sorry, day 1 of the tournament was played this morning. Tomorrow at 5 AM will be the second part, and then Sunday 5 AM is the third part, the finals. Was live yesterday. Well, depends which time zone you're from. That was my morning. China man force cool. Whoa, 2 Zarjiras. Hey, we hit money. Yeah, that's true. And then he played Nala for a little bit, but now he's just going full Ellie. This is insane, bro. Like, okay, he's just gonna triple the Zarjiras. Oh, you have to triple the Zarjira first, yeah. He has 85 seconds. He's not going to pay for another roll for a very long time. I guess he wanted UV here. UV allows him to just spam elementals and be fine. Does Greymane do anything? Lava's a 5, right? Bran is a 5. Greymane doesn't do much. You probably want to copy that, yeah. Ooh, he's not going to use Zorjira on that. Okay, he needed to sell an elemental so that selling the Cyclone... Sorry, he needed to sell a non-elemental so that selling Cyclone wouldn't trigger the lava here. But he's spamming a lot of cards, but he's not getting that much value out of it. That's the issue. So if he hits Master of Realities here, that's pretty sweet. If he hits UV, it's a little late, unfortunately. Oh my god. Let's go, just go. It's so hard, bro. Because he could stabilize here. Getting all the triples. Gold Sandstone. No Master. Armor would also be great. Okay. That's nice. Please. He needs to get Vine Climber down and the double magnetic. I'm assuming that he got it down and that we were just watching spectator lag. That's honestly really good last second thinking there. He's trying to figure out how to live. And Vine Climber with the 2 magnetics he had was pretty solid. Yeah. Looks like Waterloo's 1 ghost round wasn't enough. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Lime not getting there is tragic, but that's... Oh man, I really feel for him because that's such a tough game to be handed. Because you get this slow start where the Wisdom Ball doesn't really do it, and then you're getting the Golden Brand, and then it's like, oh, here's unlimited resources, but you're probably playing with some lag, and then everybody's watching, and yeah, that feels horrible. They do feel for him. So this is kind of like Deep Blue Avalanche, but with Curator Buddy. So we're making a big unit with Deep Blue because we have the permanent buffs on the Amalgam if we throw it on the Curator minion. I answer that question every 10 minutes to throw us off. I do. This is AI. What do the stars mean? The tier. Which tier they're on. If you see on the stars on the shop, it's the same. I guess the icon is a little different. Yeah. Dog also didn't quite get online, right? Like, he had some scaling with Painter and then generating spells, which wasn't horrible. But it's not quite as good as having something like a Master of Realities and being huge, and then adding Scam. Like, he's just like medium size now. Is there an EU team? EU already played, like last month or 2 months ago. XQN is the only EU player that made it through. There's going to be a big tournament at the end where all the top players get invited. These are like more qualifier tournaments, even though it doesn't really feel like that. These are huge like tournaments with the top players. But they're setting up a really fun event, the Chinese players. That's really fun to look forward to. But I cast that tournament as well. You can find that on my YouTube. Those are VODs. Okay. Looks like Dog is gonna live. It's just 7 damage, but not a great spot to be in. Dummit made it to the last day too. He did? Awesome. I don't remember. Maybe it was just XQN in that last... Oh, to the last day. Right. Now, I was going to say XQN... Did he finish in top 4? Or did he push for the win and landed outside of the top 4? Can't remember. It's a while ago. Okay. So Jeef is ready to give up on his Avalanche here. See, this is really like... If you're unsure on the pattern on these high-level games... If you just have an insane game, you're high rolling and all your units are big, then cool, right? Most of the time, that's not going to happen. Most of the time, you're going to have like a more normal game where, especially in these lobbies where there's a lot of pressure, you can't really go for like, oh, my whole board is big. So just concentrating all your stats on one big guy and then adding as many scam units as possible, especially the Murloc lobby, is really powerful. That's such a common thing. Because you can just recognize that pattern. Right, Sindore to remove the Reborn off the Curator minion is fair. I can see that. So what Jeef now did was just use his Avalanche to make all the deep blues permanent. Have one huge cleave and the rest is just 6 scam units. And it's stronger than what Kerrigan is doing. Because the Kerrigan... does have a spread, but it's not a good enough spread, right? These units would have to be like 800 or so to be happy with like a full board of buffs. If your units are just like 200, they're gonna, like Jeef's cleave has 2000 damage. So you don't really care about things having 200 health. So it's much better to run scam instead of 200 health units. There is a Leroy here though. Ooh, that was a good hit for Jeef. We kind of saw him sit back, like a bit of relief, like, okay. My wildfire didn't destroy itself. It's a bit unfortunate that he's killing Dog with that, but yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh, found a triple as well. So now we can play this for Venom and then buy that. Now, it's really fun to hold that in your hand with base skill, but Jeef would have to get a really good turn for that to be an option. Spore is not a horrible buy. He needs to end on a card, yeah. But if he finds base skill, he could keep the card. That's not Jeef, right? That's someone else's base skill. Alright. So what is this board? 2 1000. Yeah, so Fauna can do it. Fauna can just keep all the units. Because Fauna gets big enough, especially with Myrmidon. How do players chosen? How big are their teams? 8 each 4 each day. 4 China, 4 NA this day. 4 China, 4 NA tomorrow. I think the list is made like slightly informally, just like I think they are reaching out to someone like Jeef and say who are 7 other people you'd recommend. Because I think that's how they got the EU players with XQN. XQN I think gave the list for Europe. So, but if Jeef's still here, he can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's like there were no qualifiers to get into this, I'll put it that way. But if you look at the names, like on top of this, we're gonna have Beater almost guaranteed. We're gonna have Awe Dragon. I think we're gonna have Fast Eddie. Like these are all just very high level players. Okay, so adding that little minion on the board to soak the Venoms. That makes sense. So instead of selling for scam, he's essentially selling for anti-scam. Which makes sense when you're this big. You just want anti-scam. Because his base skill killed something. And then you're going to pop the bubble with that. Oh, oh, well, honestly, like, what can you do? You got outplayed, right? Like, the Tavish just outplayed. At that point, you just say, okay, well played, sir. Well played. Like, no shot. This is why scam is usually not really a problem balance-wise. Because you saw now how that board of scam was just neutralized by adding a base skill and a little taunt guy on the board. And obviously, like, the surprise mother... like, the Sindore, that was obviously, like, very next level anti-scam. But still, even without the Sindore, that was like a solid, like, I'm gonna play around your scam. The Organized, thank you for the prime. Fast Eddie, the guy who plays duos. I don't know. I think he plays almost solos. Educated Collins, you mean? Fast Eddie is not Educated Collins, if that is your question. Or he's also not Educated Collins' duo partner. I think those could be the possible questions, right? No, Fast Eddie is... Fast Eddie plays fast. It's all in. Go hard or go home. Which is very fun. Eddie can have some really big swings in MMR. If he's on a heater or not. Yeah. That guy in the chat is Educated Collins' duo partner. Or should I say, Educated Collins is Sapphire's duo partner. Dr. 86, thank you. Any builds you're hoping to see? Anything I'm not used to. We already saw an Ini pick, but it got absolutely destroyed, so I'm not too impressed. Last time the Chinese players brought us tier 4 Quillbore, so I was hoping to see the equivalent this time, but I haven't really seen it yet, but it's still the first half of day 1. Yeah. So yeah, Jeef is bringing the scam, but there's too much health here. The cleave is doing a good job. Ooh, but those taunts are so good at nullifying it. And there's just too much health. There's too much damage on the Myrmidon. Okay, so we are going to be here for a while if the Tavish wins. Right? Maybe one more. Maybe not. 14. Maybe. What time it is? The Tavish hero power is a big advantage to have here. These endgames are brutal. Yes, this is not something you want to play if you... Sorry, my youngest just got home. This is not something you want to play if you're just in the cart flinging moods, which I definitely am sometimes, where I enjoy, you know, good strategy, I enjoy building my board, I enjoy navigating the mid game. And sometimes I enjoy these end games, but not always. Because they are very punishing, where You can have the lead all game and then have it taken away because you didn't adapt correctly. Thought that was your kid? Yeah, sorry about that. So how does Jeeve essentially get there? Because he just needs one turn, right? Yeah, leading with cleave is a bit dangerous, but you only have to catch him off guard once. And there was no taunt at Leroy yet, right? So it seems like the Tavish is more playing around scam rather than trying to scam. So leading with cleave does make sense. The hero powered Sindore. And then he played the that taunt. That just makes our base skill attack though. Does that make sense? Yeah, I like not having the base skill first. That's weird now, because if the Naga dies, yeah, now the base skill doesn't do anything. It's frozen, yeah. Leroy untaunted. Oh, big cleave. Okay. Chief could get there this fight. Yes. No. Oh, it's on 185 health. He's always gotten there. 185 health means that he wins no matter what. Nice. Alright. Jeeve got him. Even though Tavish had the advantage with the hero power, Jeeve correctly identified that the Tavish was doing anti-scam rather than scam, which allows him to lead with cleave very safely. And then getting 2 cleaves off instead of 1 is a huge difference, so that was really nice. Alright, I'm gonna let this run for just a second because they're gonna update the scoreboard. I'm gonna quickly stretch and say hi to my wife, who I haven't seen all week. So I'll be back in just a moment, guys, and then we're gonna continue these games. But they're gonna show the standings here in just a minute or two. Just stay tuned. Have they already shown the standings, guys? Not yet, right? I think I can skip ahead to it, or have they? I don't see him here. Not yet. Oh. That's not it. I was gonna say, that looked like an ad for a second, but that's more just highlights from them building the set, right? Yeah. Are they skipping standings this time? It feels like they are. I can't find them. Okay, well, we'll check the standings after next game then. Oh, this is a recap, right? Yeah. This is a recap. Maybe they're doing standings here? No. Okay, whatever. Okay, next game. I'm not gonna look for it forever. Jeef won, so his points went up. Oh! You'll see. That's a classic, right? When you stop looking and you just press somewhere, like, oh, here's standings. Yeah, unfortunately, NA solid bottom 3. Chief is the NA hope here. All right, here we go. Doubleheader. Ooh, doubleheader is a really fun anomaly to watch, guys. I'll tell you why. It's one of the anomalies where planning ahead and just being very, very good at the game gives you some extraordinary mid-game board states. So it's a very good anomaly for skill expression, in my opinion. Now, depending on the types, there is definitely some RNG early, because if pirates or murlocs are in, finding economy is a big deal. Wait, why did we sell that? Oh, we're Millhouse. Okay. It's like, why did we sell that? Oh, we're Millhouse. Yeah. Now we don't have pirates or murlocs, so everybody's on a little bit more of an equal ground. The reason why pirates or murlocs are so insane is that if you buy the murloc turn 1, you have 4 gold on turn 1. Oh, Alley Cat is in. Okay, Alley Cat's still really good. Because having 4 gold on turn 1 is pretty outrageous. It means that you can buy much easier the next turn. Because you don't really want to level on turn 2 in doubleheader just because you miss your effect. But if the shop is too bad or you don't have extra money, you might still need to do it. But that's what I mean with, if you have an opportunity to buy, meaning that your shop is good and that you do have economy, in my experience, that's really nice. But it's a very low economy lobby, so I think we're going to see almost, like, I think 4 or 5 people leveled. Millhouse isn't going to level, right? Because Millhouse can easily buy. And Hanso can buy, right? Yeah. Arana can buy. Get more attacks off. So I think about half the lobby was able to stay down and the other half had to level. The advantage of leveling, though, is that you can now copy a 2-drop. So that is nice. 2 strike oils. Okay, respect. My man. My man right there, copying strike oil. That might be a bit too YOLO. Whelp early is fun, but it might just be, I was gonna say, Imp is too good if you have this kind of Avenge setup. Also, the Tavern buff applies to your copy, which is nice. Oh, he's Millhouse this turn. Dude, Millhouse Hero Power keeps throwing me off. I'm like, why did he sell that? I'm like, oh, he's Millhouse. Wow, Waterloo skips his thing twice. That is not a good start for Waterloo. Waterloo skipped his doubleheader proc twice. Like, going 3-on-3 really sucks. Like, you would much rather just copy Scout for money or something. Oh my god. He's gonna have to level roll, I think. He's gonna oil? Okay. It feels like he's running it down, bro. He is patchwork, but it feels like, at least with level roll, you can sell the cat and get 2 4-drops, right? I don't think he's gonna catch up fast enough. Like, the oil is kind of running it down. As much as I love oil, right? That feels a little reckless there. Okay. And Hanso got a very mediocre triple. Oh, this is the Panda Hero Power, the Murloc Homes. So he missed, yeah. Yeah, this is that slow and steady I talked about, right? The Chinese guys, they do very safe, steady. Waterloo, on the other hand, let's go. I think, Waterloo plays very solid, like, most of the time. The fact that he's on patchwork here. So when does he stabilize? Because he can buy 2. It might still work out. I hope it works out. I mean, you guys know I love a good oiling, right? And Jaraxxus on the Finley. Is that Jeep on the Finley? There's no Murlocs. It's a pretty good Jiraxis lobby. Usually you want to go Urzel with Jiraxis, so Murlocs are really annoying then. Having low health is good for the buddy on Patchwork. That is true. Still prefer not to have low health though. So the Alley Cat's a triple if he cares. He's still on tier 2, the Panda. Going for a slow leveling curve. I feel like Dogs, you could see a bit of a screen glare, so I feel like he was opening Deck Tracker. Like, he's checking like which 3-drops he can hit from the trinket. It's funny, you could see it just like, you could see the screen changing on his face, the reflection. This feels like one of those cartoons when it's like, enhance, enhance! Yeah. Dog's game kept crashing. Oh, that could be it too. Muffin, Muffin, hey! The cat is just going ham on the chair. Yeah, maybe the game crashing is actually more likely, right? Then you can see a screensaver or whatever. Deck tracker louds? Almost always, yes. But of course you can have a specific tournament where you say, I don't want deck tracker. I don't think that's the case here. Yeah, test getting that dragon. Really nice. Nice scratcher you have there, yeah. Okay, he did copy the cat and froze. Play the cat, buy the cat. Get another cat. 2 5-drops. Yeah, I guess if you buy one and then copy it again, that kind of works. Probably need Monstrosity, but we don't have rallies, do we? Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to just do it. Panda. Scope. Looking for a rally. Stegodon would be good. Honestly, I don't mind looking for Beast. The Stegodon gives rally to your Monstrosity as well. Like, I'm kind of down just scoping here. An early gray main for Arana. Oh, Arana is really nice on this anomaly. It's a little like Toki, where you can spawn a high tier minion in the shop and then buy 2 of it. What do you think the best comp is in this lobby? Jiraxis, Urzel, or big elementals, Urzel. Because there's no Naga for Charming, there's no Murlocs. I think Urzel's the best. There's no Mech-Sider for Beatboxer Pivot. Golden Mama with 2 more oils. Did he copy another oil? I love it, man. It's a lot of base gold he's got. Waterloo's just done? Well, he's got Golden Mama. Golden Mama's strong. I think he's just, I think he just recognizes that he has Golden Mama, so he can take the oil. Like, to be fair, he needed to hit something high tempo, and Mama is about as high tempo as it gets. It's not really a build you play later in the game, but this early in the game, it's strong. So he made this 4-on-4 work, which is really cool to see. Golden Test Buddy. It's not that good here. He's getting Millhouse Buddy. But it's just a 6-drop, I guess. It's probably not the Quillbore. I think I like the spell power, but there's also Hawkstrider with your Shiny Ring guy. But you may as well just increase the spell power. Kind of have to do that. I guess you can make the golden version, yeah, sure. Are we selling out of a Hooktail? Kind of have to, right? If you want to make a golden here. Hey, be nice. Thanks so much for the raid. Sorry, I have my alerts off for the tournament. Appreciate it, man. Hope you had a good stream. We're catching up on the tournament because I wasn't here this morning. Yeah, so he wants to get the test buddy down, and he probably wants to buy that oil. Okay. So this is discipline, I would say, because the hooktail is better for a longer time, but the shiny ring with the spell power is very interesting because now you sold your only spell thing, and you're basically going spell power for not much reason. But it's fair. It's really hard to justify selling hooktail when you're about to play 3 spells. Whoa, and Hanso is huge. I guess he has shop buffs, right, from those early Dune Dwellers, and then now the tier 4. Okay, Dog gets a tie. Well, 16. This a live tournament? This was played this morning. Who is the low health now, says Patchwork. Here, my mama bear. Usually it's Sylvanas, but it might not have been much good there. Yeah, test getting the golden Millhouse buddy into Charmwing. Greymane to buff Charming. Not bad. He has so much money here. Double armor. Okay. He was considering leveling for a second, but if you're buying double armor and you have the Greymane, maybe it's just Scout. But what are you selling then, right? Just out of your hooktails. You have Poet too if you already want to get some Charming value. Yeah, this is looking sketchy for Panda. It's gonna have one huge master with all those dragons to end on. Ho 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 ho! Okay. Lime is kicking ass this game. That is great to see. Look at this. Golden Titus, Golden Goldren, and he's about to make Golden Hawk. I would say that's got like solid second place potential, where there's gonna be like one high roller that has too many stats, but the Goldren comp can take second. Yeah. That's fun to see. But one of the underdogs has a like amazing game. Yeah, the all-in on Master worked for now. Unfortunately for Dog. Yeah, this is a fun POV to be on. Would you agree that the EU tournament was more about skill than high rolling? I do not have enough insight to make that statement. Usually when you say those things, you have to be like, you need to have some really high level of insight, bro. My instinct would be to say no, but I haven't seen enough of it, and my brain is severely scrambled today, so I don't think I can even think about it in those terms. But why don't you make your case? Maybe that's easier to interact with. Is the stream quiet? Yeah, so there's Chinese casters, right? So if I have the sound on, you're gonna hear this Chinese casters the whole time. So that's why it's off. So it's just me, right? That's why it feels weird. I mean, I'm quiet. Okay, let me see. I mean, is that the same for everyone? I don't really want to start fiddling with my settings if that's not real. I think that's the first person that asked. Maybe if I just don't have the microphone in my face. What is the question on the left? Question on the left. I think it's fine. I mean, okay, let me see if I like randomly have 1 second. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna mess with it, bro. I'm just talking more quiet. I don't want to change any of my numbers. Makes the ads very loud, yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking more quiet. But I don't want to mess with it. Sounds good. Yeah, like I'm just not talking very loud. So that's it. But then if I turn it up, then my volume is not well balanced for next stream. We just saw some huge Nuzao action. I guess gems do that a bit easier, yeah. Bye, Panda. That's Chief, right? Chief on the Finley, yeah. I love how... See, this is the high level stuff, right? Chief is playing Jiraxis, and he's going full Quilboar. Funny. But he has 2 Leroys now. He's getting ready for that end game. Huge Nuzao and then Leroy's. I think buddies are more high rolling. Well, buddies matter, but anomalies matter more than buddies. And high rolling your quest is also really important. I think that's kind of a tough one to just say, oh, it's just straight up better or worse. Oh, he's thinking about freezing the brand for golden next turn. Could also just rip the golden touch here. If he hits it. We're gonna freeze anyway. Oh, he's gonna force it this turn. Make a sell brand, yep. Oh, hits a Drakasat straight away, gets rewarded. You could technically freeze that, but probably not. It's really good value to get here. Actual Caligo's game. Super nice. Freeze. I kind of like getting 2 of those reroll guys. We see a decent amount of Master being played in the tournament. More than I see on the live servers. Phoenix, thank you so much for the prime. But this is Jeef with his 2 Leroys. And this huge Nuzao. I feel like Low has also really increased people's appreciation for Nuzao. Low with the buddy and the Nuzao interaction is really good. Bonk. Chief's in a bad spot. I mean, his comp is really good. But if his Nuzao gets Leroy, it is a problem. Yeah. The Tess actually has a good game, but the beast stuff is so good. Like I want to see a fight with the gold runs. He went for the free spell. I think I would have preferred to reroll. Ooh, I think you sell your Whelp Smuggler for that, yeah. Huge. Huge. Yeah, that's good enough to buy. You need something to buy with your guys. Plum, 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 plum. So he sold the lava here because he might find another lava here to get another reroll guy. Oh, we lost, yeah. Oh, dude, these are fun turns, chat. These are very fun turns. We bought Nuzao? We did? Oh my god, chat. We have to go. We have to go. Wait, what did we sell? Hold up. Rewind. Poet. Oh, anomaly. Okay. Does he have a lot much spell power that this new Zhao is relevant? I guess it's just for Leroy. I would love to play that beacon. Yeah. Oh, a Stegadon comp from Waterloo. That's cool. I don't think we've seen that. Yeah, we haven't seen Cali. We haven't seen Stegadon, so 2 firsts here. Man, everybody's rolling a bunch of beacons here. I really love that card. I think that was a fun addition to the game. I want to see Arana. No, Arana's not in. Man, Waterloo grew a lot. Oh, he's fighting Stegadon, which is why he wanted to cleave. But he can't kill anything. Killing the mech horse early is good. But it's too much health from the Charming. Stegadon comp's not good enough here. Yep, Mama Bear on the board. Yeah, sometimes you just don't have anything else. Oh, here's Arana. Killing Jeeve. That's tragic. It's just such an insane Golden comp, yeah. Such an insane Golden comp. Look at that. Golden Wolf, Golden Chicken, Golden Titus. Just too good. So Charmwing first place, Goldrun second place? Feels like it. Because at some point Charming has too much health. You can't really Goldrun that anymore. I guess Master could technically get too much health as well. But he's fighting Tess first. Lime could buy cards towards Stegadon swap. He has nothing, right? That's tough. He has no economy. Titus is not for Stegadon. Goldrun is not for Stegadon. Oxstrider is not for Stegadon. Right? That's like that's like nice on paper, but in the real world, you're not really getting that pivot. How many matches per day? It seems like 7. Although I think last time it was 5, but maybe I'm misremembering. Right, we're Millhouse. That's why we're cycling the scouts. Yep. Yeah. Charming first and Goldrun second seems like a reasonable call. 2 spores. Yeah. Yeah, these end game boards are nasty. $1,900 on the Kelly, yeah. Oh, we're not dying. Look at that milk, chat. Look at that milk, baby. Casual 5,000 health. Kill the spore. Easy clap. Yeah, it seems more and more likely that it's going to be Charming first and Goldrun second here. Cool, Caligo's actually got there. And Hanso died to Ghost? Oh no, chat. And Hanso died to Ghost. Classic. Sorry about that. Kind of gross. Just definitely coming down with something. Oh. The worst part is I get bloody noses every time because I blow my nose too much. Yeah, Matt? Yeah? I'm gonna have to pause as well because I haven't been home all week and my oldest is like, Dad, are you home? So that's amazing as a father. You're cheering the wrong team. Sometimes you just have to appreciate skill, right? So obviously I'm biased, but if I'm seeing the skill, it's fair. Fair play. Let's see, Arana versus Tess. Arana has enough HP, right? It would be very tragic for Lime if somehow the patchwork takes second, even though it's Waterloo. Hey, we're 2 out of 3 here, chat. We're 2 out of 3. You've got to give their game to patchwork, hopefully. I don't know. Well, Stegadon. Technically, but there's a Windfury Nuzao. There's a Windfury Nuzao, yeah. Alright. Yeah, exactly, David. It's an NA game, baby. Let's go. Oh, he did get a full Poltron transition. Look at you calling that. Did you watch the VOD? Yes. I feel like when people call stuff now, I'm gonna have trust issues, right? I guess it's not quite full Poltron yet, yeah. Yeah, we're not full Poltron yet. We're not there. We just need to not take 35, really. We're already not taking 35, that's fine. Poltron is starting to deal a lot of damage, but it's just not enough. Pretty much unlimited health. You had regular Poltron in hand already? Oh, I missed that. Where can you send me a video for guessing OR? Yeah, it's kind of on a weird cycle. I don't think you're going to be able to send me one for this meta anymore. Not even close, yeah. So, Patchwork is kind of in between, right? Where he's some scam. You need Stegos, yeah. This just feels tough. Golden News out, oof. Yeah. This is such a good tech by the Tess. Like, she does that really, really well. Having the Golden News out to play around the Beast players. Because that's really where it's going to become very difficult for the Beast players. The fact that he can just run this Golden News out. And he's going to be able to make it big enough with some shiny rings and maybe some spells. Excuse me. Sure, consistent max attack. I mean, it's just a Macaw with Reborn Mana Saber. Reborn Macaw. It's just spawning more things. Maybe maybe Taunt Divine Shield Mech Horse. It's also pretty good. Yeah, he just needs a little bit more buff on this Nuzao. Let's got Windfury Divine Shield. I guess it doesn't really need that Windfury Divine Shield. I think he can just roll a Scarab, give a Windfury, and then the Divine Shield doesn't matter as much. Okay. Waterloo saying, you got me. So this is what I meant, right? Where even though obviously I want to give it to Waterloo, Lime at such a good spot that I think he does deserve second. I think it's hard to call first place on Goldren just because the cap is too low, but it was a very nice Goldren build. Take it on could have worked. Yeah, but I mean the Nuzao is a very, very good counter. Like you can't just assume that it's gonna work. Like it's just such a... See, this is why it's so hard to just play anything versus these guys. Just having the having that Windfury Golden Nuzao. It doesn't have Windfury yet. Still needs what's his face? Scarab. You gonna buy armor? No, right? Ooh, track is always nice. I gotta do that more often as well. Even when I'm playing dragons, just be like, oh, how do I lose? Okay. Just gotta run the Nuzao. After this game, I'm definitely gonna have to go say hi downstairs. But you guys can check the standings again, right? Oh, he has the scarab. Bye, scarab. Yoink. Oh. Kasabit na benito ko. Said I was gonna. So I went to the States, right, for the week. Well, I say for the week. It's like fly one day, be there for 2 days, and then fly another day, kind of. Like I left on Monday, I came back on Friday morning, so I was, you know, not really there. I said I would bring her something. Now she's like, Dad, where's the surprise? I didn't forget. Yeah. No Wind Fury for the new Zao, but it's oh wow, we did pick it up. Nice. Bloop, 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 bloop. It just shuts it down. It's like don't even try, bro, right? There's so much tech in this game that you can run. If you're in a really good position, you can just shut it down and say, like, no shot. I'm winning this game, no shot. Take your business elsewhere. Whereas I think most people, myself included, would have just been like, oh, charming and popping off. And honestly, you probably still get there because you got 17,000 health. I think, right? Or is that just 1.7? Might just be 1 point. Yeah, like 10,000 health Caligos. But the Wind Fury is out, just shuts it down and says like, there is zero chance, my dude. Living in Canada? No, Belgium. It was a long trip. Like a flight to New Jersey and then to Orange County. All right. Cool. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna say hi downstairs. But it should be showing the standings, and then we have another 2 hours or so of this. So maybe like 3 games? 3 games would make sense. Good timing. Sorry about that, guys. My have to take a moment for the fam. Yeah, the charming one. Spirit of friendship for this one. Yeah, maybe Papazita. Why did it do this? Sometimes my YouTube just crashes. Yeah. She wants to play with daddy, which is, again, very normal. Haven't been... Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little faster through the games now, where I'll do a little bit of skip forward, depending on, like, normally I would just cast it without touching it, because it's just the way how I would do it when it's live. But I think I've got about another hour or so, so I'm going to compress this slightly. Which is, I think, good for you guys. Then we're going to get the highlights of the game. Okay, so we're playing Spirit of Friendship. Cookie's grabbing this. Like, all this is, like, not that relevant, right? And tomorrow we won't be able to skip anything anyway, because then it'll be live. But I want to make sure that the entire thing is here. Okay, so we have the... Oh, he's just going in. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Spirit of Friendship, you're getting 2 buddies. That's a big power spike. Yeah, people are... Oh, this is not the... This is just his hero power. Yeah, ETC hero power is on 2 for China. Quite often. That was also in the previous edition. There's a lot of tier 2 hero powering. Yeah, Dog also got his buddy out and got the wound. Yeah, this seems... Excuse me. This seems very standard where turn 3 they're popping their buddy. So you go for cheap buddy in Spirit of Friendship, and then turn 3 you get double buddy. Yeah, Cookie ended up going for Voon. Sure thing. ETC hero powered again. So seems very happy to go a little slower. Get the tier 2 buddies. Yeah, there's like decent tier 2 buddies for sure. I have a lot of health on the lurker, but nothing else. Yeah, you don't see a lot of fast leveling for the Chinese players. They seem quite happy to just follow a normal curve where you level on turn 5 to tier 3. Right, I mean, these fights don't really matter. It's early Elemental triple due to the Voon buddy, level to 4. We aren't Voon. Ooh. Yeah, I love that. I love how he's not really thinking about it too much. He's just like, yeah, see a brand, buy a brand. Okay. Hero power is 2 things here. Technically, you could just buy the damage coin and then buy another unit. Let's see if he does that. Yeah, okay. Tathalon, only 2 units. Is he on tier 4? Must be right. Almost guaranteed to press the buddy button next turn, Tathalon. Yeah, the ETC slow levels, but is doing well enough. Probably just start the turn with the buddy button. Gotta know what we're playing with. Wow, there's double thing. Wow, we're rolling here. I guess he has 4 plus 3, right? Vine Climber's not crazy. Wow, what? Is he just rolling for a good spell to copy? Is he trying to get baller or something? That's a lot of rolling. Wow. Seems like Dog... I mean, it could just be Snake Eyes Buddy. It's kind of okay, but the tempo option would be more like Yashiraj and then play some stuff. Yeah, Panda also going for that slow and steady curve. Okay, looks like he did press his buddy button. Ah, okay. So ETC was just fishing for Varanus the whole time because of the hero power. Sorry, because of the buddy. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Because when you have a tier 5 buddy, Varanus turns it into a 7-drop immediately. You can only discover from your tier, unless there's like some very specific exceptions. Like the Nobunda buddy can discover from a higher tier, I think. But unless it says so, it shouldn't be able to do that. Okay, I guess I need to respect Varanus on ETC a little bit more. Did he win this round? He might have. Yeah, 23. He's freezing beacon because he probably loses. Oh, let's get some water. Golden and Hanso, buddy. I mean, it's early, but not great. Is he holding this buddy for a I was gonna say, is he holding it for a 6, but awkward spot, yeah. Waterloo also was taking quite a bit of damage early. Lord of Ruins build when you have Reno buddy is nice, but it might be too much of a pivot here. Like it might be too tough to get it going, but like okay tempo as well. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go for it. Okay. So he is just going in. That makes sense. Arcane Behemoth. Okay. But that's a big board for Cookie already. Had an early Bran. Bloop. Golden Bran. Yeah. Cookie's having a good time here, chat. It's Elemental Murloc lobby too. Bran is so incredibly good in that. Elemental and Murloc are the two best battlecry types for sure. Pirates is also fine. But Elemental and Murloc are fantastic. You get Primal Fin, you get Mycologist. Oops. You get Reroll Guy, you get Tavern Tempest. I would say Cookie is a favorite to just win the game here. We bought the Shiny Ring to have something to already buff our board should we hit Murkai, I guess. And because we have the Voon Buddy, we can just very slowly start goldening that whole Murloc comp, so seems like a solid way to win the game for Cookie. Okay. There's double Carapace here. What are we doing here as Jeeve? This is a very interesting board for Jeeve. I was gonna say, it's not that insane. Oh, Carapace. Right, Carapace isn't scaled as spells. I was gonna say, the spells are scaled by this Carapace, but that's not what happens. Over Humongous, okay. So he's not gonna keep them. Oh, he is. Does he just sell his buddy? No, out of a Carapace. Yeah, that's such a specific play for Jeeve where I think he's not trying to win this game. He's just like, let me just make sure that I don't take damage for a while and then sneak into top 4. Okay, so Waterloo hero powered that Lord of Ruins, but it's nerfed and there's no beasts. I think Waterloo also is just kind of happy taking a second here. Okay, so we are... Wait, did we sell out of Arcane Behemoth? Wow. I guess Murlocs are in. Yeah. Maybe with Murlocs in is too afraid. Because normally you want to have Arcane Behemoth and then Lava and then copy Arcane Behemoth and win the game. But it might have been too ambitious. Okay. So we're selling Wait, is he evolving his golden? 6, maybe. Huh. Yeah, this cookie game is going well. Very well. Oh, he copied Conch with that. Yeah, that's huge. Golden Painter out of nowhere. Okay. I don't think he's going to play Murlocs with Bream, yeah. Gonna have Golden. Oh, that's huge. Does he already get his spell power online here? Because you could technically use Wound Buddy to make Golden Drakari this turn. And then hold the spell power and copy that. Seems like that's what he's doing instead of playing it. Yeah. He's gonna have a lot of spell power. I don't know. You have Golden Drakari. Do you really want to hold those? Oh, he 8 base kill. Asparagus. Yeah, baller for money. Hard to argue with that. So I would love to get the Drakari and the Felfire on the board in the spot. Yeah. Seems like Jeep is just hanging on. Trying to hang on, at least. Had to pick George. Not a happy spot. The Golden Brand for the 5th freaking time. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not play Golden Brand? Like, yeah, I mean, the best strategy for economy, so of course we're gonna do that. Alright. Yeah, he doesn't really need the shield here. The Murloc is gonna outperform something though. I guess he could just sell the Carapace. Sure, that's also fine. Pyramid Buddy, but it's probably not good enough with no Elder. Yeah. ETC for having 2 Zargiras. I don't actually love this board. Like 2 Zargiras usually produces some highly illegal board states. This feels a little too fair. He just has Fauna basically, right? Oh, yeah, he did copy the Felfire. Okay. But he played 1. Okay, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Played 1 because he had another. Is the sound really low? So my voice is the only sound. There is no game sound because there's the Chinese casters in the background. But tomorrow I'm going to cast this with XQN. And it's going to feel a lot more lively then because there's 2 people talking. Actually 3. Yeah. The XQN is bringing a friend. He just buys that spell here for money because he already has the shiny ring. Okay, he's selling them. He doesn't care about running 2. Fair play. So what are we looking for? Another mycologist is nice. Golden Murkai is nice. Oh, that was a... Oof, that is very good to get. I'm gonna say that was a golden mycologist, you know. Yeah, it still feels like the panda is just memeing a bit. Like you have Janda's buddy and you're buffing with lava, I guess. Oh yeah, you can... Oh, with Avalanche, it's kind of cute. And then Janda's buddy buffing. Okay. Just needs damage, that's the issue. Yeah, 8 p.m. PST tonight for the NA folks, and 5 a.m. CET tomorrow for the EU folks. Full scam from Lime. That makes sense, yeah. He had a golden buddy really early on and didn't hit anything. It's one of those spots where you don't have many options. So the pyramids don't really have damage yet. I hope I got some distance. My oldest is like, ixxdeee. My oldest is like, are you done now, Daddy? Are you done? So I'm gonna try to just go a lot faster, guys. I'm sorry, but I haven't been home all week, and I really wanted to catch up on the VOD. So I guess the main thing here is whether the pyramid finds damage. Okay, the cookie, we did say he was gonna be really favored, and he found the wait, what are those magic fins? Why does he have 3 in his head? Oh, he copied it. Wait, is that an exact copy? Can you do that with Voon? Can you link the channel VOD? Yes. I will finish it though. I will finish it, but I will just go a bit faster. But yeah, I will. I can link it. It's Hoya. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, end of turn Murlocs is just gonna crush this, right? For being real. Cookie pulled ahead early, and I don't think he's going to give up. And Jeef is the scam, but Jeef relies on some stats, right? And there's a Golden Cleave. Golden Cleave just shuts the scam down. So Jeef dies. Pyramid is still in, but I guess I want to see if how big the pyramid gets, but I feel like the most like we could still watch it if it becomes like a tech war. That's kind of interesting there, but for now it feels like the Murloc guy will win simply because he also paid attention to scam and he has a Golden Cleave. So it's a little too good. Chief's so tiny. Yeah, I mean, you can't win them all. You have to pick George. Like, you already know it's not going to be a great game if you have to pick George. And this guy just had an insane start, right? The cookie. That early Voon buddy. Alright. Dog with the anti-scam here as well. It's actually looking pretty good for Dog. The cleave is really far back though, but fair, I guess. Oh, that thing is poison. Yeah, funny. All right. Yeah, that's just Dog, and Dog dies here, right? Yeah. Okay. See, these things are not like we don't have to sit here and watch this, right? Dog is gonna get run over by some huge Murlocs and Cleave. Man, Twitch is not good with these like playbacks. I understand why people say they prefer watching it on YouTube. Been on Twitch for a long time. I love the platform. It's just for live it's great, but videos not so much. All right, so for anyone who missed it, right, we did call it. The Murlocs got online. They're just gonna run away with the game. Let's have a quick look at standings. Cookie 1. Chief got 4 points playing as George. Respectable. So Jeef is top 3, Lime, Waterloo, Dog are still bottom 3, unfortunately. 20, 21, and 23. Not a huge gap with the other guy, it's 25. Definitely a gap. And then Jeef has 32. Okay. Let's jump in the next game. What? Clown Fiesta, it's audience choice. Although I have a feeling that they're gonna make some really boring picks, right? But let's dive right into this. Oh! Do it! Do it, Dog! Do it! Do it! Do it! There's Rylak too. He's been given the choice here, chat. Honestly, these are both not great for him because switching hero power early on is not good for him right now. Okay, Braggart. There we go. Turn 1 Braggart. Everyone's like, oh, great. It's one of those games, huh? So everyone has a Braggart here, chat. Okay, this pick is whatever. It's really Rylak, right? The Braggart just gets played, yeah. He's like, well, I have to play the braggart, otherwise I start losing. So just jam the braggart for 3-2. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Sorella buddy for everyone? Oh man, Papa gaat echt zijn best doen, maat, maar ik ben nog wel eventjes bezig. Ik denk na het eten. Dus nog tot... Can you show the standings after this game? Yeah, I did. After last game. Did that inbox? Dat is aan mama vragen op eigen. Isn't Tograggo gonna have a good time? Steal all the braggarts. Oh. Alright, chat. I'm going to have to wrap this up. So I'm gonna quickly glance through these games and I'm gonna then show you where to find it. But it's 2 more games, right? So I don't really want to do like a break. I had feared that today was gonna be a tough day to get the whole cast in. So let me see here. Nee, is on stream. Okay, is that allemaal mensen? But yeah, for some context, I wasn't home all week, so she really just missed her dad, and I can't really just be like, yeah, but dad has to like talk about cards first. So try to go faster.
En dit zijn onze video's. Welkom, welkom, welkom.
She already makes videos, by the way, in her head.
En we zijn hier.
Chicken, Aldrin. Oh, that's because he has accelerator. Okay.
Kijk die. Waarom?
Nee, die niet. Kijk, hier schrijven mensen dingetjes. Ja, die schrijven dan naar ons. Kijk, ze waaien. Zie je het? Ze zijn het waaien.
Zwaaien.
Ja, dus ik hallo. Alright guys, I think what I'm gonna do for this final cast... Dus, jij nog eventjes naar de kamers? Hè? Papa komt sneller. Dan ga ik met jou spelen. So, I'm gonna give you guys the link. I'll put it both in YouTube and Twitch, so you can finish this yourself. And I'm just gonna get like the really, 10,000 foot view of these games. So this is the channel where they've been uploaded. It is in Chinese, right? But I'm not going to take another hour and a half to finish this. So we had Braggart here. I guess the Braggart was already sold? Wow. Damn, we could have had Murkai Braggart. But I guess if it's not golden, it doesn't matter. Okay, Braggart was kept here. We'll see what the end game looks like with this. This Nagas from Sire. Lime died early. Again, sorry, this is like horrible casting, but I just want to get to the end. I want to see what happened. And then I have a good position to start casting tomorrow. But yeah, thank you everyone, right? This is actually really fun. I was able to catch up with it. So we do have Rylak, yeah. I already thought it was weird that we weren't going for Rylak. Generally, Rylak with Braggart is pretty good. So Dog went for it, but unfortunately it's just too much scam from Curator. You believe this is the last game? Okay, there is some stuff here that looks game-like, which might be a rerun, but there's definitely more stuff in the VOD. Oh my god, yeah. So Jeef was curator, yeah, he scammed Dog. And then 2 Chinese guys. Yeah, Fauna's pretty good. Fauna's a lot of stats. Oh, this is like... Oh, that Cobra is annoying. Myrmidon takes it. Okay, so just big Myrmidon. Sure. Okay. Okay, that is the final game, yeah. So this is just like random replay then. So Jeef got third. And unfortunately, Dog, Lime, Waterloo. Yeah. Alright. So here we have it, guys. So Jeef will be advancing to Sunday. He'll be in the finals there. Honestly, pretty close, right? 41 points, 40 and 37. And then this is just like random replay that they're doing, or what? Yeah. Probably, right? This isn't an actual game? Or is it? Maybe it's a replay from the first game? They're not playing a tiebreaker game or so, right? No, this is that monstrosity game. This is the first game, yeah. Okay. I remember that. I remember this monstrosity end game. Match 1 top right, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 5 a.m. casting the live tournament. Have a good one, everyone. Appreciate it. Let's raid someone.